What it do, y'all? It's your boy. Whoa. Somebody's already got feedback on their jaw. Don't blow me up. I don't like hearing my own voice. What it do, y'all? It's your boy KingCurtlive. We are back at it one final time. We doing it big. One last Targaryen wet gussy time.
Ugh. That's for me a drink.
Not wet gussy time.
Why
moist?
I like wet. Moist means there's not enough wetness in it. I needed to be sopping.
Oh. Yes, Teffy. Sorry.
I like my Targussy to drip. God damn it.
Instead of being on fire. Never mind.
Wow.
Wow.
We actually, child. There's so much to recap, so much to talk about. We don't know what to do with ourselves now that Sundays are devoid of incest, sex, and dragons
until January or February.
So ultimately, what we chose to do was Tsunami Targussy. Exactly, Kenneth. You get the see. You get the vibes. You get the vibes.
Yeah,
I'm about to dive in.
Absolutely not.
So we called some of our favorite House of the Dragon fans, the ones that y'all see in the comments talking hot shit, depending on who you agree with, which should be most of the time. And in the few times that you make poor decisions and choose Teff.
Wow.
Hashtag
Mergang coming through.
Listen, speaking of poor decisions, I I ordered Taco Bell before we started this show. So.
Lord have mercy.
So it's going to be a short show, is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's going to be a
That's what
shit
the
show.
thank you
That's
for
what it's going to be.
Look,
You
don't
ever
forget
eat
to
Taco
back up
Bell
because
and
it's
get
gonna be
halfway
short.
through it and be like, I've made a terrible decision.
Every time.
Taco.
I now
Taco
know
Bell is
it
probably
is.
the only food that makes you do that anyway.
Oh.
You know when
Like you
Vegas
halfway,
ate
you
the
halfway
young
through
bull,
that third taco, and
and
you're
you
just
see-
like, why?
and you see Eamon sitting there like, I done fucked up. That's how as soon as I took the last bite of that taco, I was like, it's gonna be a long ride home.
So what
Your
you're
asshole
doing
gonna be
is-
saying to Cars.
We're gonna be over here like, wait, those sound effects were great, Curtis.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Dracarys.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Diablo sauce. That's what
Yeah.
that was.
Note to self: no matter how hungry or drunk you are, never, ever, ever choose Taco Bell before work day. All right, so
Jesus be a ginger ale.
or some Pepto. It depends on how this thing plays out.
That's rolling.
Well, either way,
So
while
you need an Imodium.
I'm about to say while these dragons are tussling in my tummy, let's get to who's on the panel right now as we gonna get knee deep in this black version of a full season recap of House of the Motherfucking Dragon. First and foremost, as always, my doppelganger and partner, the one who's literally argued with me since halfway through the season because we couldn't start the shit on time. We didn't even know we was gonna like this motherfucker, but by the time we realized we liked it, we was like, you know what? We want to talk about it. So we did the thing. Teffy Wonder, talk to him.
What's up, guys? It is at Teffy Wonder here, your wonderful melanated mocha-fied merge on, enjoying a lovely apple cider donut, courtesy of Lynn Villa Orchards.
Why apple cider? That mean it got vinegar in it?
What?
They're so good.
No, it's got apple cider in it,
Not apple cider vinegar.
like the juice.
Oh, okay. I'd be confused. I thought it was.
Pipe down, Chorito. You over there? Your stomach done got you delirious.
Yeah, well, listen, by that third taco, I definitely was not in my right mind. As always, our resident aficionado in all things cinema and literary works. He hails from the pits of Westeros. I'm pretty sure he was slumming it around some of those ancestral bathhouses. You do. You give me Tyrion vibes. As always, average Joe.
You just mad because
Yo.
I drink and I know things.
You've been wanting to use.
I know things.
He was ready for that one.
That's cute.
It's
That
your
was
friend.
cute, Addison.
I'm on point. I'm on point, man. I've been waiting to come back. It's your boy Average Joe, former host and a friend of Head Nurse in Charge, and I'm ready. I got a drink. I got some Chinese food, spicy chicken and broccoli, in loving memory of the late Lucerys Targaryen. And, and I ain't got no pants on. Let's go.
You can't get no more Game of Thrones ready than it.
Listen, bottomless show, right on.
Listen, spicy chicken and your dick out. That's everything. All right.
Chicken and dicking. Chicken and dicking.
Only one way to do it.
Chicken and dick.
Hey,
You got that dick.
good
and
night.
chicken. All right.
Say that.
It's so filthy. And it's so disgusting.
Targussy.
Also a part of the Head Nurse in Charge network, hailing from her own show that debuted last year. When I tell you this young lady, shit talking is an understatement. Some people can keep up with your boy, some people surpass him. This motherfucker's on a whole nother level. Talk to him, Siren.
hey, y'all. Hey, it is your queen of extra, your sultan of shenanigans, your diva of debauchery, and the official HBIC of the Unicorn Straight No Chaser podcast. Siren by night.
See what I mean? See what I mean? All them goddamn nom the goods. Half that shit. You
You
gotta
don't
take.
give Shaq. You don't give Shaq that kind of smoke. We're not having this here.
Say
Whoa,
that. Just
whoa,
because she's
whoa.
an Aquarius, don't do siren like that.
Aquarius.
Lion doesn't concern himself with the opinions of the sheep.
Don't
We
start
don't,
that
but we
shit.
let you have it anyway.
Don't.
Aquarius
Ooh, that
gang,
part.
gang.
Don't start
Aqua gang in this
Janita,
room.
I got one drop for you every time you get out of pocket.
Bastards!
I know my need.
I hate y'all so much. Speaking of which, you know what? Let me go ahead on to the other. Because it's gonna seem like I hate black women, and I don't want to do that because I love E. But hailing all the way from the DMV, why don't you talk to him, Jay?
Hey everyone, I'm Johnita, aka my mom really wanted a son. That's why that's my name.
Yo, wait.
Crazy Aquarius. I have.
Bastards!
Let's be clear. She had 4 girls. By the time it got to me, it was like, John, it's a girl. Hey, Johnita. That's how my name got here.
Gotcha. Cool.
The son she always wanted, PhD in sarcasm.
That
You know,
sounds about
waiting
right.
to hit the lottery or be a trophy wife, whichever comes first.
When
I
in
think you mad at that logic.
You ain't never lied.
And I'm also trying to figure out if I can make a Twizzlers pull and peel a whip. But that's another conversation for another day.
Also, Westerosian and I get the Westerosian vibes. All right, cool.
Wake up, Fuse Islands.
Yeah.
As always, one of my favorite cosplayers to follow. She always goes above and beyond when it comes to black representation, and especially for black women. When I tell you, she's on a whole nother level. And if there's going to be a king, there's always got to be a queen. Queen E talked to him one time.
Hey, y'all, it's Queenie here. I made it out the comments again. Had to come and talk about like what is easily the show I've been most obsessed with this year.
Ooh. Actually, that's a bold statement. Before I get to my last few introductions, I gotta ask, where does House of the Dragon rank? And just tell me in the top 5, top 3, or number 1, or not even in my top 5 of television shows for 2022 so far. Teffy, is it in your top 5?
Not with one season, it's not.
I'm sorry.
Interesting.
Anyway, all right. So
the shade. The shade.
Interesting.
So yeah, Addison.
We just call this
Bastards!
Tuesday.
I can still control shit from behind the scenes. I'll little finger the fuck out of you. Manipulate you from behind.
That's what she
If only y'all knew how funny that was. Addison,
babe,
is it in your top 5?
Top 3. Probably might be number 2.
What's ahead of it?
All right, y'all haven't watched the show yet.
Is
But
it the Wire?
Andor?
Yeah. Andor is that good.
Okay, all right.
Wow.
Really? I gotta watch that.
I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Queenie.
Definitely top 5. Probably number 3.
What's number 1 for you?
It's a lot out there. I don't even know. There's been so many good shows. Come back to me.
All right, Johnita, come on. Is it in your top 5?
It's definitely in my top 5. As far as something I watched like consistently, it was this Interview with a Vampire and Archer.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. I respect it. Siren by Night.
It's definitely in my top 3, which includes Interview with the Vampire.
Aqua Gang.
Yeah. Another one.
I don't know what else. I don't know. I gotta think about that. I'm kind of a reality show junkie too.
Yeah.
So you lose opinion points. Got it. All right.
The same man who ate Taco Bell.
Wow. I didn't say I made good decisions. I did not say I made good decisions.
She said she may watch bad TV, but she don't eat bad food.
Listen,
never.
He's thinking about it.
The guts is already bubbling, so trust me. Going to, without a doubt, one of my favorite content creators.
Nothing, Mama. You haven't missed anything yet.
Yeah, no. Jazz, we're just getting started.
We're just getting started.
One of my favorite content creators. This brother is literally on path to not only build platforms, but also give more opportunities to other dope creators when I say me and this man share the same type of Bushido, that same mission statement about the proliferation and promotion of dope black creatives. My man Chris Fury from Blur's Eye View. Give him a round of applause, y'all.
Everybody, it's your man from up north, from the cousin, one of the cousins from up north, man on the wall, Chris Fury, Blur's Eye View. What's going on, people? I appreciate that intro, Kurt. That's really dope. I like that.
He was like, he was talking good about me. Fuck that. I'll take all that shit.
Yeah, I am not turning it down. As far as the show, I'd say it's in my top 5. It's in my top 5, and it sits next to. I got to finish Andor, but it's sitting next to. I'd probably have to say She-Hulk.
That was good.
Yeah.
And
my stomach got the bubbling again.
Look, you talking. Look, you see it behind me. It's all Marvel over here,
Right?
So I know what to expect. And I'd probably have to say, damn, this last 2 years been a mother. Did Loki come out this year?
No,
Yeah.
was that this year? Did it? Okay.
Yeah,
Was it this year?
It was early, like March or something.
Okay, yeah. So it's up there because Loki kind of set the tone for a lot of stuff. So
I completely
I don't know. As far as, like, I don't know, because
I
Loki didn't get going for me until practically episode 4. And I would say I was hooked on this and She-Hulk from like the jump.
Giddy Up, yeah.
Yeah. So
Listen, we had expectations for Hot D. Damn,
Yeah, Hot D.
yes.
Well, we had House of Dragons, as we like to call it, for us colors.
So that kind of takes us into our first bullet point. On
Wait,
the
hold on, nigga. What about me? Can I get mine?
Oh, I guess. My
It's like
bad.
moving right along.
I'm about to delete that jar.
Don't do that. Such a
Like,
hater.
don't take it out. It took me forever to find it. No.
Yeah, shit.
Not today.
Not on the last show.
Uploaded.
I feel like he could just talk with drops.
Yeah, don't let me get my other one on the HNIC one, boy. I talk shit to y'all all day with 2 drops. All right. It's absolutely in my top 5, right? But hear me out. The ones that beat it for me, Peacemaker.
That year, this year too.
Yo, Peacemaker was fire.
It was.
Vox Machina. Y'all might not be, if y'all not hip to Vox Machina, please go on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
And watch that entire series. And one that Average Joe actually put me on to about the Baltimore police corruption. What was the name of that joint again?
We Own the Night.
We Own the Night.
Oh,
that was a very good show.
That was
Oh, you peep, yo.
That's on HBO, right?
Yeah. It's House of Dragons, but with real niggas from Baltimore.
Look, and guns.
Can't get more real than that.
Can't get more real than that. Like, there was a couple times where I was like, this is actually happening. It's The Wire on crack.
And that's saying a
The
lot.
Wire from the police.
And the Wire.
That's a lot of emphasis right
It's
there.
an amazing, like, if you enjoyed The Wire, you have to. So a lot of people don't know that the creators of The Wire also had a show before this called The Corner. If you go see The Corner, it's a mini series. The Wire was their long form television series, but the We Own the Night is another mini series that I stand by it. It is one of the most amazing miniseries I have seen all year long and in a long time. I mean, if y'all like shit like Dahmer and whatnot, to me, that's too much black trauma. If you're gonna watch black trauma, watch black trauma where white people get in trouble at the end. That's all I'm saying. Like real trouble.
Lovecraft Country.
Thank you.
Say that.
Yeah, but
Say
that didn't come out in 2022, did it?
Hashtag Jonathan.
I mean, no, but Lovecraft Country is in my top.
Yeah, real consequences.
Definitely.
Like, you
For
know,
real.
what?
Oz is in my top.
Mine.
Take it all from them.
Yeah, I like shit with real consequences.
I have to amend mine and move mine down to 3 because Atlanta
Ooh, but that no, Atlanta didn't debut. It's the new season came out.
Talking about brand new shows.
Yeah,
not
brand
just-
new shows.
Oh, out of brand new shows,
Oh,
then
okay.
yeah, it's definitely probably
I was
my
about to say,
favorite.
I'm sorry.
Oh, then Archer's not in it because Archer was on.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, out of
Oh, I
the
thought it
new
was
shows,
shows that-
Yeah, this brand new show.
out of brand new shows, it's
New shows.
probably 2 behind She-Hulk. Like they're very close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She-Hulk,
Interview with the
I enjoyed
Vampire
it,
House
but
She-Hulk,
Dragons
I
is
adored.
but Mike on Hulu kind of beat She-Hulk for me in my top 5. But that's
Mike was good. Mike was really good.
even though
That's
Mike
what
told me not to watch
He didn't
it.
get profits from it.
He gotta
Yeah,
find
I
me.
didn't watch it
I
because
didn't
I'm
watch it
like,
because he didn't get profits from it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that.
I didn't know until I was
They
too
wouldn't even
deep.
ask
I
him.
was too deep
I-
in.
I don't give. I mean, that nigga bit somebody earlobe. I'm not really.
Yeah,
kicking
but
his
they're
butt.
profiting from his trauma. He ain't
That
even
part.
getting a check from it.
Happens every day, B. I'm still
Yeah,
gonna watch the
the same
Chappelle
reason
show.
people didn't watch Dahmer is the same reason I didn't watch the Mike Jordan. The right people not being paid off of this story.
not
I mean,
only
at least
that,
at the
but
end of Dahmer,
Well,
he-
I believe-
I remember being in high school and hearing about that shit, and I'm just like, yo, why? And then seeing how folks are tripping about it now, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Where have y'all been? I see one little white kid.
that's what I was just about to say.
I swear to God.
I'm Spartan kicking a shout. That's it. Straight like that. Come to my
Somebody,
door.
Jazz says She-Hulk and Miss Marvel. I wasn't a big Miss Marvel fan, but I dig it.
Miss Marvel was good, but it wasn't from my age range. Like I felt like I was watching a
But it
kid's
was
show.
it was fun though. It was definitely fun. I will give
That's
you
what my P Valley. Thank you.
I know, but
P
it was on
Valley
season
didn't
2.
debut this year.
Yeah, it was on season 2.
That was good. It was
They taking forever to come back too.
was Raising Kanan this year?
Raising
It was
Kanan
season
didn't
2
debut.
last
It
year.
was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the second season.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got to see Andor. Everybody's recommending Andor.
Yeah.
I'm with
I
that.
have to check it out.
Andor's excellent.
But now that we kind of got a semblance, everybody's basically said House of the Dragon is in their top 5, or at least close to their top 5. So that just gives you an idea of how amazing this show is in an era of oversaturation of content. There are so many streaming services, so many original series, and for real Game of Thrones fans, the final season of the original series left much to be
Dumpster fire.
desired. So
Yeah.
there was
Too much.
much speculation at the beginning of this prequel
Mm-hmm.
as to whether or not this would actually take off. And trust me, after the first fucking episode, most of America was hooked. The Chicago Sun said must see Sunday night TV. Entertainment Weekly said flat out stunning. A new engrossing chapter in HBO's epic is from the LA Times. A roaring success, spectacular in every sense of the word. House of the Dragon soars a compelling return to Westeros. Succeeds in capturing the magic of Thrones. That's the one I kind of want to stop on right there. Did it give you everything you wanted? Season 1. Is it better than season 1 of the original series?
It's better than
Okay.
season 1 and season 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Yes.
Yeah.
I
where is the
gotta
exit
agree.
button on this heifer?
It was never
It-
the
it-
beginning of HBO
season-
shows. It's the end of
Yeah.
HBO shows that are
Yeah.
dumpster
Yeah.
fires.
I give you season 1, but
Hashtag
2
Sex
seasons.
in the City.
You feel like this season was better than 2 seasons of the original series, Taff?
Absolutely. We got all the infighting and death of like a wedding. Like we got 2 Game of Thrones weddings like in this one season.
Yeah, he did.
Niggas is dying left and right, B.
How about
And it didn't have the over sexualization of Game of Thrones. Like just that rampant, unnecessary fucking exploitation of female bodies.
And that's how I met your brother.
That's true, but I don't know. I can't agree because some of the drama in season 1 of Game of Thrones and season 2, and some of the battle episodes, which we got battles in season 1 of House of the Dragon, but I don't think anything.
We got fights. We haven't gotten battles yet.
Right.
I mean, you
If
had
you count that one that Damon did,
early one, but you don't get the same action, and I didn't get the same. You got really good performances, but I don't think you get as many as you do from Game of Thrones in first 2 seasons with Sean Bean and Peter Dinklage. I don't know, man. And that's
I mean, they had great.
I'll just say this:
House
when
of the
I
Dragon
seen
is missing is Peter Dinklage. Like that would put it over
Yeah,
there.
pretty much.
No,
somebody call up Kevin
He's not
Hart.
coming back to Snow either.
that's real shit.
I will say that anytime I seen Sean Bean on the screen, I'm like, yeah, this brother's gonna die. I
He's
just
gonna
don't
die.
know when.
Yeah, he's like the most killed actor.
And
in
we took
all-
his
It's
contract.
like in his contract. It's like it's in his
Right.
contract. He's like, when do I die?
He don't get a full check. He like, so I just don't get to go to the end, huh? Ever.
He's a black person in a horror movie.
Yeah,
But it's not simply not kill Sean.
niggas been winning lately though. Niggas been winning lately.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, you know what? It's up there with Lord of Rings of Power. It is.
I will say a lot of people did say their issue with Game of Thrones was the first season was really slow for them and it took them a long time to get into it. I personally didn't have a problem with it, but that's a common complaint.
Yeah.
A lot of
They,
people with that,
they
like,
show you
Game
the
of
White
Thrones took
Walkers in
recent
episode
episodes.
1. You don't see them again until like season 2.
I don't like your negativity.
She ain't lying though.
No, seriously.
I will say this: House of the Dragon literally home runned the majority of the critics in episode 1.
Hand of the king,
Episode
feet of
1.
the queen. I see.
That pilot was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hand in the feet.
The hand and the feet, right?
OG feet pick.
And for us, we had I think the Targaryens was the most underrepresented culture in the original series.
Yeah, there were only
all
two
the
Even though they
time
were the
off.
focus,
there were only
even though
two
they were the
left.
focus, because of Daenerys and her brother and their journey, really, we didn't get to see them as a society or a culture, not like how we got to see the Starks or the Tyrells or the
Lannisters. or
Lannisters.
anything.
right,
Lannisters,
exactly.
Baratheons.
We know whole families of them motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Even the ones from Dorne. Like I know oh goddamn them Dorne women.
Yeah, they was some baddies. That was
That's
Sir.
that good
I mean, they
Middle
talked
East.
about the
That's-
Targaryens
that's-
with history books. Like,
But
that's
then, once
pretty much
again,
what
that goes
they
to show you anything that has melanin is prone to make anybody go crazy.
did. Eugene.
You ain't never even look. Y'all had Drago.
For 30
Shook.
seconds.
Y'all had him shook.
Yeah.
Y'all was
Hashtag
losing y'all
bring Drago
mind
back.
that looking all that mascara. Y'all ain't know what
We
to
had
do.
him for a commercial break.
That's a good looking man. That's a good
That's what
looking
I'm
man.
about to say. Y'all like listen.
I've had
Drago-
doing laundry last longer than him being on that show.
You know,
My
Dra-
DoorDash orders take longer than he was on that
Drago
show.
literally.
God.
I think he increased the women viewership single handedly.
He did.
Of course.
They was like, what? Jason Momoa looks like who? What he doing? Okay, got you. All right, we in this. With that being said, House of the Dragon came back to critical acclaim, and we were. It took me, Teffy. What was you? We were 3 episodes. We said first 3 episodes. We'll see how it is, and then we started doing Targussy because we were like, okay, yeah, we're in for this thing.
Of that Targaryen.
Well,
yeah.
we started. Yeah, no. I was into it from the very beginning, and I don't think you watched it that first week, so you had to get caught up. And then by the time episode 5 came around, we were just talking about it constantly, like around the clock. It was like we
It
gotta
makes
do
a
it.
Sir
So.
Kristen losing.
But
his
listen.
mind
Oh,
over
Krispy Kreme
Targussy.
hit.
No.
So
it.
crusty.
This was the one who sold me on not only doing Targussy, but really getting into House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
This motherfucker
Yeah.
here built this.
Yeah.
He said he had 4 haircuts and he wanted to smoke every time. He had 4 different hairstyles.
No,
Every
just give it up
Targaryen
for
had the
Matt
same
Smith
hairdo.
because this motherfucker seems to deliver every time he was on the screen.
He can
Excellent.
sneeze.
No.
He's excellent.
Chris,
He-
I,
Matt Smith
I'm
got
not
the
gonna be like
least
bars.
amount of lines, the most amount of smoldering stares.
Yes. That's what he can sneeze
I'm
and
going
I'd
to
be
go
like
right
that.
down the line. I'm going right down the line of each panelist. Who was the MVP of the series for you, Average Joe?
Oh man, it's Matt Smith. Is Daemon Targaryen? Daemon Targaryen is like a random select player. Like you ever play Tekken? One character. You don't know what he's gonna fight like. That's Daemon. You never know what he's gonna do from episode to episode, from moment to moment.
Yeah.
He'll,
This is true.
he'll put a crown on Rhaenyra's head and then will ignore her while she's giving birth
and
and
choke
then
her
will
the
choke
fuck
her.
But
I don't know what's going on.
no. That choke scene, I saw how that was the Yes Daddy. That she looked at him like they've been here before. Sorry, you laughed a little too hard at that
Sorry, tell them.
Oh, y'all. Look, E went into her head. She was like, I know that.
Flashbacks. It's okay. It ain't yes daddy, it's yes uncle.
Right.
Oh.
Yes, uncle, stepdaddy, cousin. Yes.
Uncle Daddy. Yes, Uncle Daddy.
Uncle Daddy. Yeah, Uncle Daddy.
We're gonna
Yes,
get into the incest in a second. But Aaron, for you, who was the MVP?
So it's actually Damon and Rainice, just because like she was the undercounted one, but she's seen how everybody making moves and is adjusting accordingly, and like fully supports her husband. Like I love how they're not fighting for power, rather they feed off each other's and support each other.
Oh,
I love that.
Gathered from that, huh?
Yes, hashtag queen who never was.
That's a great way to describe a very toxic relationship. Like these niggas is we'll get actually I'm gonna let because I'm not gonna try to break down what you said. I'm gonna let it stand. I got a different opinion on that though. Chris, who was the MVP for you?
I'm giving it to Matt Smith because I swear to God, I've watched this dude. He's like one of my favorite Doctor Who characters anyway, but I've watched this dude. Every time he stepped in the scene, it's just like Average Joe said, you didn't know what this dude was doing from left to right. Every single time. 1 minute, the battle scene he had, I'm like, yo, this motherfucker found out his brother was gonna send people, and he said, fuck that.
Hold my beer.
Fuck that. Hold my beer, right. I'm gonna handle this shit myself. And I'm like, dude,
Kenneth said uncle. Not uncle. Daddy uncle. Dunkle.
Good old Dunkle.
Only on Targussy do we combine words for God knows what reason.
It has now been Chris.
Dunkle.
But yeah,
Okay.
I'm giving it to Matt Smith. I'm giving it to Matt Smith because this dude, he's
look at this.
He's
fucking
British.
armor.
He's British. He's fucking
British.
Amazing. Yeah. He's British.
Yeah.
They
All
do
them
what they do.
goddamn Brits. He's like
They do what they do.
Gina, who's your MVP?
It's gotta be Uncle Daddy Dom Damon. Okay.
UDDD? UDDD?
It's UD.
Yes.
Must be that.
Uncle Daddy Dom Damon.
Yes.
Oh, it's that episode.
All the D. All the D. All right.
All the D.
At the beginning of it, you literally thought he is going to be one of the most hated characters on the show.
He was ready to be one of the hated characters.
And somehow, that's why I'm calling him Dom Daddy, all right? Because somehow he took all of it and turned it around, and we are still cheering for him after he used his murder rock. On his
the damn writers was like, how the fuck do y'all keep liking this nigga? Like, we wrote him to be, he murdered.
You know why? Because just like me, most people like a little toxicity sprinkled on their eggplant. Okay, it makes it taste.
Cayenne.
You like cayenne?
It's just
paprika.
Spicy. Y'all got some spicy pussies. All right, Johnny, who's your MVP?
Listen, it's Black Air Force's Mr. Cloak and Dagger all day. Damon bad. The entire. You saw that cloak. You was like, somebody about to die.
People know shame.
That was BAE. That was Black Air Force energy. All day.
Black Air Force energy. You saw that cloak. Somebody not making it to episode 3.
You ain't lying.
Make your peace
I gotta
with
go
it.
to you to be the redeeming voice in this, and yet I feel like I'm not going to deviate. But so far, who for you is the MVP of the entire series?
In the interest of not saying Damon, I am actually going to pick Rhaenyra because Rhaenyra is the centerpiece of all of this, and she's what makes every single other piece work. Everybody acting around her and reacting to what they think she will be like or how they expect her to behave. is what causes all the controversy. Like Otto tells Alicent, Rhaenyra is going to murder your children. Rhaenyra was never on that type of time, but everybody just assumes it to be so. And with Daemon being like, bitch, you not going to war, and Rhaenyra being like, I'm gonna need you to fucking pipe down, King Consort, because the last time I fucking checked, I'm queen.
Yeah, she was checking bitches.
She was, yes. She's a
Well,
smart
her
one.
and Damon have some similar energy. You know what I mean? She has a little bit more humanity and compassion than him, but he's attracted to the similarities in her.
That's why they fucking.
Also their DNA, you know.
When she told him about the letter, he was like, what?
But even like in those early, even in like, what is that episode? What is it? 2? Her and Rhaenys have that little scene in the Red Keep where Rhaenyra is kind of feeling herself. She's like, well, they bent the knee to me and they never did to you. And Rhaenys is like, bitch, they'll set all this shit on fire before they ever put you on the Iron Throne.
Yeah.
Right.
As we fitting to find out.
Yeah.
Right.
Talk about
for me,
the party.
For me, I know he may not have been a centerpiece. He may not be as toxic as Daemon. He's not even as good a king as Viserys, and Viserys was a shit show.
Yeah.
But let me tell y'all something. A black man with white shitty locks that came straight out of Tyler Perry Studios.
Don't do his
Stop.
faux locks. Not Perry.
The sea snake.
13 blonde faux locks is cute.
Let me tell y'all something. To see black people,
this was
as
the
a
season.
focal point in this type of series. Again, when we start talking about representation in fantasy, that's what I want to see.
See white people, see how it's not hurting anybody to include black people?
Yeah, can y'all stop spazzing that?
I'm just saying, like,
exactly.
It's representation where the color was completely irrelevant to anything pertaining to the story. And y'all made him one of the most valuable players in the game because he ran the largest navy. I mean, nobody could do shit without Driftwood.
Yeah,
that's it.
He's the richest man.
And that's why they had a fit on Twitter.
Right.
They lost
like, this black man with this much power.
Yeah,
that's unrealistic with these dragons.
Yo, say that.
And the fact that really before that little shit stole them, they had one of the perennial dragons that rock with him. Vhagar was his daughters.
Yeah.
Nah, Vhagar was an she was.
Don't come over here correcting me, nigga.
Bastards!
That's the most correctable nigga. Like,
yeah,
wow.
you know, I be fucking up. I definitely will be coming back, but like Teffy, what that thing is again?
Listen, you finna be asking me everybody's name in about 10 minutes.
You ain't never lied, and you ain't got to treat me like this. every time Teffy write her face. Old Cersei head ass nigga.
You like shame.
Shame. But yeah, for me, I'm rooting for everybody black in this series, and even though I have to admit, Damon took the head of that man, and the fact that he took his head, and I didn't mind.
Right.
He was
popping it up a little too much.
He was effing around.
Bring it
down.
Okay.
You know that Cat Williams. You know what that Cat Williams mean? He was like, you shouldn't have been talking shit.
Yo.
Everybody, as soon as Damon said "say it," all he was missing was the cloak. That's all that was missing.
Yo,
the cloak and the black horses. Like, I'll be right back.
That's that black Air Force in it. He did
that's what I said. He was
just
like,
like, they pulled these swords out. He was like, I'm not fighting the rest
hey,
of y'all.
bro, I'm good. I wanted him dead. I'm done.
He's like, I'm act nice now. See,
I gotta say, like, even though Damon's like most of our favorite character, and he's probably the best character on the show, I think Patty Constantine, who played Viserys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he acted the shit out of them episodes that he was in.
It's a strong cast overall.
Yeah,
it's a great cast.
It is a great cast. That's a great way to kind of segue into the main topics. Teffy, You already said you set them up, knock them down.
Okay, so we kind of talked about the first one where I said the first two. So how long did it take you to bend the knee?
To who?
Right.
To the show. Like, were you with it? Were you just like
Three episodes? Three episodes
credits.
in. 3 episodes in for me, and I was like,
credits.
okay.
Opening credits.
Oh, really?
I was day one. Day one.
The opening
Half an
music,
hour.
I was like, I'm back. I'm back.
When they
I feel like
music,
listen, I feel like by the 30-minute mark, I was like, I'm here for Rhaenyra's rights and for her
Exactly.
wrongs. I didn't.
I'm fine if she chooses violence. I support it.
Yes. What about you, Chris?
Actually, after the first episode, I was just like, I literally sat down like, all right, let's hope this ain't a shit show like season 8. And and then when I sat back, I'm like, oh, we here now. Okay, let's see what this is all about. And by episode 2, I was already sold. I'm like,
Corey
Shut up,
said,
Corey.
black watching the show.
unfair.
Oh, I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Listen.
Black dragons matter. Black people born
this
red matter.
This was the season of our people. You figure House of Dragon, Rings of Power.
Rings of Power really did
say
it.
that. Say
People
that.
bringing
Interview with a
bringing
vampire. We are everywhere.
Yaya is Wonder Man now.
Like what the fuck? Like we are here. Like here.
No, ho.
Deal with it.
We ain't here.
We've been here.
We poking our heads in.
We at the door.
They figured out that there's money.
Hold on.
And,
if it's anything, I've said it on the show. When it came to Valerians, and like the Valerians looked around Driftwood and everything else, and they were like, "These motherfuckers is crazy. We about to go mind our own damn business." So by the time Game of Thrones rolls around,
what was the first meme they put? Even this black man knows not to drink about all these crazy.
Exactly. Oh yeah, exactly.
He was like,
that scene right there. He was just like, he was watching them get drunk. He was like, I've seen this before.
So y'all drinking Henny? I'm cool.
So basically, it don't matter if it's in America or Westeros. Niggas know to raise up once white people get to drinking.
Yeah, exactly. I got to take this call.
No, you're not. I'm all right.
But
I gotta get back to Driftwood.
Y'all got some milk of the poppy. You know what?
Right.
I'm gonna go ahead and call my dragon.
Look, Corliss was like, "What'd you say, Megwar?" Okay.
Tink, come on down.
Yeah, come on.
Tink, it's time to fly home. Cause
oh yeah, I gotta get back. It's late.
Come on around 10 o'clock, and I want to catch that rerun.
He was looking at Ray Nice like, "Your cousin's crazy. Can we go?"
Like, this is your family.
With these motherfuckers?
We know you the queen who never was, but I don't know them like that. Let's go.
All right. So we talked about who the favorite character is.
Yeah.
In the first 3 episodes, they gave us a lot, right? They gave us a whole hell of a lot in the first 3 episodes. What's some of the things that stood out for you that was like those key moments in those first 3 episodes that you said, oh, okay, this fitting to be different?
The crab feeder.
Ooh.
He was crazy.
When Damon went after the crab feeder, I was super excited and locked in after that.
Now, does he have grayscale?
Well,
That's a good
they
question.
created this.
You got some bad Targusy, I can tell you that.
This look was created for the show. In the book, he didn't look like that.
Okay.
What do you look like, Gina?
I mean, he was just he didn't have all that going on.
He was like sunburnt and stuff like that
Yeah.
from being outside, but it does look like here he does have grayscale.
Yeah, they put 20 on 10 for this.
Okay.
Which worked. Which definitely worked.
Yeah, because I don't mind seeing a nigga look like this die. He was when they opened up and the way he was torturing people with the crabs and whatnot, and then it was kind of like one of those quintessential Game of Thrones scenes where it's like in the dead of night, so it's hard to make out what's really going on.
Yeah,
but it's got that
scenes.
You know what I mean, A-Dot?
Yeah, you can't really see anything. It's like just turn on a torchlight or something.
Yeah,
see the torch.
They say we're being ominous.
It also helped to build the narrative that Damon was like the super badass, you know what I mean? Defeating this man who's like looks like more of a monster. So they knew what they were doing.
To Gina's point, it gave Damon that credibility that like he wasn't just a pain in the ass who is shitty about everything.
Yeah.
Like that. Well, also that Damon, not only does he want the smoke, he will have the barbecue. He will host it.
He's in the smoking.
He will host that something.
He'll light it.
I will bring the meat. I will bring the charcoal.
I have a dragon. I got this. That is his answer.
No, see, because for me, it was the tournament, and how Damon, like, I love that. Like, I was like, oh, this is bloody. Oh, wait, they killing niggas? Because okay, and the way that they blended politics and the brutal nature in which you could arise and raise your stanchion, because Sir Kristen really was a lower tier cat until he put in work in the tournament. And sometimes, listen, I don't know about y'all, but I think I should be able to fight a motherfucker at my job to get a supervisory position. I just feel like
the hell with them evaluations. Running hands.
Yo, Johnny, yo, fuck this resume, nigga. See me outside, bro.
Exactly.
Longer.
Just
evaluation. You can evaluate these hands.
Yeah.
You know how many people would take advantage of their jobs, fucking gym membership?
And he stayed challenging motherfuckers for the rest of the time.
For a promotion from the top rope, I'm going.
For more vacation time? Listen, everybody going to die.
Let me tell you something. If you had
Jim
to
Ross
get
is out of
into
nowhere yelling,
if y'all had
Stone Cold.
if you had to battle with swords to see who got time off, nigga, Christmas will always be open. I promise you that.
Man, what if you tell me I got? Oh yeah, okay. It's 2022.
I worked that mother last year. You know what?
Call me Zorro.
We going to the pit. We going to the pit.
Chris, I walk in the office with my my flail and my shield. I'd be like, I got Christmas right, right.
And in
we ain't got to talk about
like,
it this time, do we?
No, you don't.
Supervisors be in the back like, we got to hire that 6'8" motherfucker for Kurt. We got to get a nigga in here to take him out. I'm just saying.
Now
yeah, Corey says the tournament was his favorite part too. I think my favorite part in that entire tournament scene is the way that they just nonchalantly say the queen that never was.
Yeah, they say that a lot. Like she just needs a name tag.
It's such a slap in the face.
Disrespect. Yeah.
They basically like she was never gonna be that. So
that was
just in case
she the cousin, she the sister.
You think everyone meant it negatively?
No. But it's the fact that that's your nickname. It's like when your nickname doo-doo. Like nigga. Like, all right, come on. I get it. I get that it's stuck, but you ain't got to keep calling me that. Like, I do have a name.
That's the end them. Like, she's the end them. It's like but Sarah's in them.
Like, what why they call you that? Look, I don't want to get into all of that.
Exactly.
I think it was kind of meant as a jab towards Viserys sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, you know that you should have been sitting on the throne.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I said it's the end them, because Daddy didn't really choose. Y'all just happened to fuck it. Like, that's kind of what happened.
Aaron, how about you? Aaron, I want to go right to you. What was in the first 3 episodes? What was the scene that really was a home run for you?
So probably when I was actually when I first saw like the chemistry between Kristen and Rhaenyra. Like, you know,
sexual energy.
In episode 3 at the name day.
No, not the name day, at the tournament when he asked for her favor.
Right. That was the seed planted. Yeah.
Yep. Like I knew that was the beginning and I knew something was going to happen. I didn't expect him to turn so salty so quick.
Targussy, dude. Why you think we got the name of this show?
He turned
great fuck boy. 0 to fuck boy.
I can't wait till
we can leave. And I'm like, yo, that was the biggest fuck boy move, my guy.
No. Dead ass. We have the name of our show because of how Kristen acted after getting up in that Targussy.
One night, and you ready to get her a little ass shack instead of the castle.
See, that was the turning point for me because you really thought she was going to leave her family for you.
Yo, you see the way
like the audacity of you. I have a throne, sir. I'm not going to sit here. I have a destiny.
She said for oranges
and go where?
No. What I love is he's looking at her trying to convince her that his mixtape is going to do well, and she like,
I just got to get on American.
Like you ain't get this up yet.
Like
I just got to get on American.
Nigga, I'm a manager at Target. Why would I ever?
Exactly. Let me win this Freestyle Friday, and I got us.
Yeah, like,
Right.
Queen.
Not the
I
freestyle
was a
Friday.
I just need you to do a little bit more overtime so I can get this distribution done. Like, no.
Exactly. You talk to your dad about getting me them gold coins.
Yeah, like, no.
You talk to your daddy.
She said backdoor, dickhead.
All day.
That's a Philly shit. So Average Joe.
Okay.
What was the scene?
I don't know if it was the scene. It's mostly like my favorite thing about the original was the especially early on, the politics and characters moving like chess pieces, and you trying to figure out who's making a decision that's gonna either work out for them later or really bite them later. And I could see them setting that up from episode 1, man. Like in the small council scenes, like when they're just talking and you see who wants what, or in the scene where everybody's trying to, make their pitch to marry Rhaenyra during their guy's name day.
Which is weird when old ass men.
So weird.
That was so
I mean, they
weird.
did pimp their daughter out to Viserys when she was like 7.
Yeah.
She was 12.
She looked like she was 7.
That was
You're not wrong.
really effed up.
Probably hadn't even had her
That's
period yet.
because they make you feel real uncomfortable about that, and then he marries.
Yeah, she flat out said, "But you can't bed me until I'm 14. Get away! Where's your whistle?"
Somewhere, R. Kelly is just like,
in your danger.
Okay,
in your danger, girl. Get out of there.
No, not to deviate, but I guess this is a good point to ask. Did the overt pedophilia and incest turn you off to the series?
I mean, that's the way it really was. So
No, that's the way white people were.
That's what I was about to say.
Absolutely not. Tell that to them child brides today in Africa and the Middle East.
Yeah, not just white people.
No, that's
You're right.
Continent of trafficking and forced.
I was talking about the white people in Westeros, but go ahead.
It was a lot.
For me, when from watching Game of Thrones, and because I've never read the novels, but from watching Game of Thrones, I was always rooting for the Starks and Daenerys until she went nuts. But
don't do that.
She went hot at that throne. It changed.
So
her.
you gonna let them kill your bestie and not burn everything to the ground?
Well, no, I don't blame her for that.
Oh, okay.
I don't blame her for that one.
Oh, all right.
But then watching House of Dragons, yes, I said it. House of Dragons. It's black folks. That's
how we say it.
That's what we do. Watching what the Targaryens was doing, I'm like, yo, we were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
I call it incest. It was incestual chess.
Yeah.
You know what?
Incest.
And this is where I get off this ride.
That's what it was.
Because
They
even
were
this
strategic with their incest.
like even the actress that plays Rhaenyra at a young age, like, and I know Sir Kristen is supposed to look young, but just that depiction is kind of unsettling, even though we know historically
she's like 19. She's supposed to be like 19 or something.
She's 16
she was 16. Yeah, so it just made it weird.
16 here. Yeah.
And then as they did the time jumps, he never aged. I'm like, what the fuck?
He get to play the same character like your man did on The Hate You Give. I mean, like on yes.
Now, you know, men,
you do like that?
men, this one isn't for you. Ladies, that is the order of things.
Mm-hmm.
How much of a focal point was patriarchy and how women were treated in this series for you?
Very much so. Look at the scene with Emma, and Viserys loved her. He loved her greatly, but when it came down to him having an heir, even she wasn't protected.
Yeah, it didn't matter once he had that boy.
Hold it down. Do what you got to do. The scenes revolving around birth are very traumatizing. Very traumatizing.
Extremely.
And also really highlight exactly what Emma said. Like, this is our battlefield. This is where we contribute to society. But that's all that they were. That's all that they were worth. It shows you, like, okay, if you can't produce, if you can't produce an heir, what good are you as a woman?
Right.
So
that was how you were measured.
How many childbirth deaths were there?
Oh, Jesus.
Technically 3.
Children and women.
Yeah, children. I'm talking about total. Like, whether the baby died or the woman died or both.
3. If I
was
can,
about
if
was
I'm
it 3 or
wrong.
3 or
Viserys
4?
lost a son
And a wife.
and a wife.
And they had
Oh,
already lost 3 children before that.
Yeah.
So that's 3.
Damon
So it's
lost a wife
And a baby.
and a baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Rhaenyra lost
A
one of her
baby.
children. I'm talking about on screen, not any. I'm talking
Yeah.
about on screen. There was at least 5 that I could.
I didn't know you was counting the children too. But
Yeah, because I mean, I mean, because you know they kind of show you.
Yeah, and Lena and Rhaenyra's children. I'm glad they didn't show this, but like the children were actually disfigured and disformed and all of it. So
Well,
they kind of pulled
it's
it.
hearsay. It's hearsay. So there's no like that's
definitive proof.
Yeah, there's no definitive proof that was true. That was just somebody saying that the baby came out disfigured or whatever. I will say the one thing I did really like that having a female director and female writers really showed, because men tend to gloss over like the gory parts of childbirth. Like, as somebody who had to have an emergency C-section and actually had that realization that, like, thank God I live in the 20th century or I would have died in childbirth.
Yeah.
Like, it was never, even though it was triggering, it never felt exploitative.
Right.
And that's because it was told with care by people who had been there. And then also I felt like those scenes weren't for me, even like the ones where it was like beating you over the head with patriarchy. Like, those scenes were for men to understand what women go through and like how women have to traverse this horrible shit show that is the systematic oppression of women, and that how even when given the opportunity to break those chains, we're so conditioned to just go along to get along. Alicent has every opportunity to do what Cersei did and seize power for herself, and she doesn't.
Just like Rainey said, you're not trying to get out of the prison, you're trying to decorate it for the most part.
Right. Exactly.
For the majority of our episodes of Targussy, Teff would lead in with this name by saying, Alicent, you cunt.
Yeah, you dumb cunt.
You dumb. I'm sorry.
Dumb cunt. Right. Started a whole war of a whole misunderstanding.
So to that
she's
point,
a hypocrite, is what
to that point, how much of that is Otto's fault?
All of it.
All of it.
He groomed her. He groomed his daughter.
Yeah,
he
guilted her with the death of her mother.
He's like, go and comfort the king. That's when he starts the mention of Allison.
You mean Dr. Kirk counters?
To cry on, someone to talk to, someone to be there for him. He's trying to make her queen immediately. Like, he knows Viserys needs somebody to lean on, and he probably knew how Viserys and Emma talked to each other. They confided in each other. Alicent became that placeholder, and again, someone else to push out some more babies and possibly a baby boy, which she did, and they're both damaged. But
greatly,
like, say that
horrifically,
like Alicent, how she grew up to be. That was the moment.
Right?
As soon as Otto sent her that first night.
And that's the part that Otto was like, yeah, wear that thing that your mama used to wear.
And that's not grooming.
To help make you look older and more marriageable than Lena was.
Average Joe.
Yeah.
As a fan of both the old original series and this series, do you think it's a fair comparison to have Otto up against Littlefinger?
I mean, yeah, I think they want you to draw that comparison to a degree because they're both schemers. I mean, there's differences. Otto is really doing it because he's being pressured by his family. His older brother runs House Hightower, and you see a little bit of that on the show. I also feel like I don't want to say anything good about Otto Hightower, but there were moments where he comes through like a boss. Like for the king, where he stepped up, he stood on that bridge twice in front of a dragon and Daemon and didn't flinch. I don't know.
He peed a little bit. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, he peed a little bit.
He cried when he got in the car.
Yeah, the little
more than a little bit.
He cried when he got in the car. He cried.
It was a little squirt, but he kept it together.
Yeah. But I mean,
he clinched. He clinched.
But there's another character on the show that's very much like a Littlefinger too. So
Laris.
Yeah.
Mr. Footfinder.com.
Feet pics.
Well, he was giving Littlefinger energy though. For real.
Definitely.
The OG foot fetish.
I hate him more than Littlefinger at this point in time.
I don't know. I'm not there yet. Teffy, what were you about to say?
I was going to say Littlefinger had the benefit. I feel like these niggas, hobbled in Laris's case, hobbled so that Littlefinger could run. Like Littlefinger had the benefit of coming 300 years after all of like this espionage and intrigue. So like he is what they wish they could be. Like he is as masterful and manipulative as Otto. Like
that clever though. I think Allison is just a dumbass.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Somebody gave her attention, and she's like,
yeah.
And somebody, that was the first person to have even her interest.
Gotcha.
At heart, even for like the wrong reasons. He was the first one to say, "Well, what do you want? What can I help you with?"
Yeah.
So she just needed a friend.
Yeah. Well, she had lost. Because thanks to her dad, she had lost her friend in Rhaenyra.
Anyone who was taking her away from the goal he wanted her to have, he practically got rid of.
So she didn't inherit any of her father's intelligence.
No,
I mean not till the end.
Because she would have had an OnlyFans account if she was smart.
She'd had Only Dragons. Say that.
Only Dragons.
I feel like
all
Allison,
types of feet pics.
Yeah, even though Allison is still playing into the system and into the game, I still feel like towards the end she does kind of come into her own, and it's almost like too little, too late. Because it's like, had you gotten here a little bit faster, you could have turned this all. Like you could have had so much more. This wouldn't have been a war, right?
Yeah, we were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
If you got that little motherfucking check before this all happened.
Do y'all get gay energy from her?
I said that in the first 2 episodes. I was like, they are.
I think they were playing that up. Oh yeah.
That was the first vibe for me. But
I can see that.
I don't know. I think it was like the last time before things got out of her control for real.
Yeah. Once her father married her off, you can't really be like, oh, by the way, I'm in love with your daughter too.
I think it was supposed to be a glimpse of what could have been if they didn't have to deal with this system where all these men were
running.
Yeah. The two adult actresses actually addressed that a little bit, like in an interview. They were like, had Allison and Rhaenyra kind of like leaned on each other, like say that they were like queen and queen consort. She was like, Allison is like the yin to Rhaenyra's yang, and that their rule would have actually been fair and measured because of that. Like any hot temperedness, Allison would have been able to like calm that, take that out of Rhaenyra, and helped her make like more sound decisions. So it's like, had you not done this, it could have been.
I mean, she helped her a lot when they were kids, even with her ripping the book page and everything. Yeah, she was the one to kind of be like, bro, just do what your dad said. Right. Like, it is what it is. This shit sucks. You still got to do it.
Or at the end of the day, do it your way, but don't fuck up. Like, figure out a way to do it and not be shitty about it.
Allison has a lot of misplaced anger.
She's a hypocrite too. But
that is well.
Yeah,
we'll get so much misplaced anger. Like she really needs to direct it like her dad.
She's a whole ass hypocrite. I don't fuck with incest. Now marry your sister. Wait.
That part.
Exactly.
Mom, what do you mean? We were born together, damn near. I said what I said. I now pronounce you.
Well, for her to be so honorable, she just raised 2 perverted degenerates.
Psychopaths.
Yeah. And then the one psychic child that's trying to benefit you and help you, you marry off to a psycho.
And don't fucking listen to her ever.
Ever. As soon as Maylease jumped from the boards, I'd have been the rudest kid ever. Hey, mom, there's a beast. Right. Like, and I just would have got on the dragon with her. I'd have left.
Poor Helena. Poor Helena.
Hashtag save Helena, please.
All her kids seem to be going through some type of mental or emotional distress.
I mean, anytime you're standing in the window jerking off, like I swear to God,
she came in there like it was a normal day.
Hey, yo, that was
giving Homelander energy.
Your mama here.
It was giving Homelander energy all day. I was just like, Homelander all over again.
Homelander.
Yeah. But tell me your parents don't pay no fucking attention to you without telling me your parents don't pay no fucking attention.
Because Selena been telling y'all what's gonna happen since she was in the episode.
Damn all that. I just don't want to be the motherfucker under the window.
Say that.
Is that her? You nasty motherfucker.
Right. You see white hair and bony legs, like you little son of a bitch.
Yeah.
But you can't
kill him because he's the king's kid, but damn. Nasty little nigga.
You ain't gonna nut on me. I'd have got right on a dragon, flew above his head, and dropped the deuce. I don't care.
Next time you see him out, you gotta throw something at him straight like that.
Getting back on track. Teffy, you had a whole outline.
I did. So can we talk about the time jumps for a second?
Please, because I was
All right, Average Joe, lead us off.
All right, so my biggest complaint about the show, I get it because there's a lot of story early in that's not in the books that they want to establish on the show, so you understand like Alicent and Rhaenyra's relationship. But the crab feeder, they set him up to be a real villain, and like 2 episodes later, that man got cut in half because of the time jump. And like there's some moments later in the show where you're supposed to really feel for a character, like the guy that Kristen beat to death. But we didn't really spend time with him because of time jumps. And I don't know, the show would have looked different. It would have ended on a different note the first season if they had slowed it down a bit. And I understand why they didn't, but it hurt the show a little bit in some areas.
Do you think it's because they want a shorter series? I think it's only going to be 3 seasons long.
Oh, that's the worst. That's a lot to cram into a 3 seasons.
I think they're actually difficult. All that story isn't in the books, so they really want to get to. They wanted to get to the Dance of Dragons. However long this is going to take, I don't think we're going to have all these time jumps next season or the season after that. I think they just needed
because now we're into the meat of the story.
Right. Yeah. They just really wanted to get to that really quick, so I think that's why they did it. And I understand it, but they would have had to do a lot more work to slow the season down. So some moments fall flat. So I get it, but it frustrated me, especially with the crab feeder.
Yeah, no, I think the time jumps fucked me up with Viserys. Every time we pop back in on this nigga, he look more and more like
the meat was falling off the bone.
I said he was Shang's son. He was
like slow cooked ribs.
He was Shang's son. He was aging like Shang's son. Like 1 minute he young, the next minute
y'all remember
he had no souls.
Y'all remember Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade where he's like, "You chose poorly."
Yeah.
And that nigga started to disappear before y'all. Yup.
No, he got hit with that Stephen King. He got hit with the Stephen King thinner. That's what happened.
Had that cherry pie.
He rubbed his face. He was thinner.
Don't
touch me, nigga. I don't know where you got that finger. Anyway,
it's the thinner finger, not the strong.
The best part about the time jumps was that the way that beautiful black woman grew up. I just saw her as a little girl, and then she was.
You were like, my God.
But I would have liked to see more of their relationship.
Yes.
You know, and the dynamics of their marriage before she left us.
Yeah.
Because how the hell do you live with Damon and keep him at bay? I mean, look.
She had to be like an extraordinary.
That motherfucker was bipolar. He had to.
Listen, y'all know she
probably had a lot of her dad in her.
You know she didn't get choked out. She was doing the choking.
You know what?
Wow. So how about you sit down?
She called him that.
Like, shit, he ain't about to choke me.
I can hear a black woman be like, choke who, nigga? Pick that rock up. Pick that divorce rock up if you want to.
I got a trick for your ass.
Me off a horse. I'm not
time jumps. I kind of got. I understood the time jump, like Average Joe just said. I understand the time jump, and from the perspective of certain scenes, like when they were starting to really get into it, it was like, yeah, you cannot have the underage or perceived underage actress doing this type of scene. It's bad enough.
Even now, I'm like, ugh. Hold on.
I'm like, that's just weird.
I'm gonna skip
I
past
was like,
that.
that was
part.
just, I was like, nigga, you turning away was the when he turned her away. I was like, that's the smartest thing you could have done, R. Kelly. Move your ass out
he
the
didn't
way.
already. He didn't already put a little put the tip in. I'm sorry.
He heard them police dragons. He couldn't play with the police dragons
through them shrouds.
Listen, let me tell you something. There ain't wearing no drawers back then. You can't tell me he ain't put the tip in.
You know how much bodice she had on? It was metal. She had on that chastity bodice.
She couldn't get it up.
It takes a damn day to get undressed.
That's what I said. She had on
that motherfucker had a can opener on him. Get out of here.
Listen, you saw how long it took Kristen Cole to get naked.
Man, you heard every thud there was. Like is that your chest pit? That's your chest plate.
They should have time hopped that shit.
He just took off his chest plate. How much more do we have to go?
It took him a good
that's a lot of energy, my guy.
They was like, God.
By the time he got it off,
yeah, you had to be highly motivated to want that.
This back part right here.
That's that Targussie. If you're willing to sit there for 3 hours, taking off metal.
If you help me with my bonus, you can help me.
That's why Damon stopped. Them police dragons was coming. Oh, nigga, that's my niece.
Now, mind you, okay, let's talk about let's. I don't want to unpack that the incest that Damon and
we just it's there.
Yeah,
it's there. Deal with it.
Damon and Rhaenyra's relationship, man. It comes full circle when they finally have the authentic Valerian wedding.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, well that's that's in the next
lip cutting Megan Fox and MGK back then wedding.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny how we were so disgusted in the beginning, but by the time they have the wedding, all of Twitter, it was so beautiful, real high Valerian and blood packs, and nigga, he groomed her.
No, I'm gonna say it. So the reason I thought it was fun, it was cute, was because, and I'm gonna say this, and I told Teffy this. It's only because Rhaenyra wins the best beard award of the year. She let her man, like Karen Walker, held that award forever.
Right.
With Will and Grace. But Rhaenyra came in.
No, Johnny, you can't just say that. You got to explain what a beard is to those who might not know.
So what a beard is, when you have a hag, depending on who you are, if you have a friend who is gay, and for the most part, you are their significant other, but you are of the opposite sex. So you hold it down if they aren't out of the closet. If they are, they just don't want to have people ask questions. I can't tell you how many times I've been the person to be like, hey, I thought he was gay. I thought you were minding your business. I'm going to hold it down for the homie, and that's going to be that. And that's what Rhaenyra did. She was like, hey, my uncle's crazy. He might kill you, black ass. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to make it look like you're dead. And then you can go off with your boo. Shave your head, deuces. We're gonna keep your dragon. That's what happened. She was the beard of the century for that.
Yeah,
because Damon flat out was like, "We can't get married until somebody dies." Wait a minute, hey.
She was like, "Put the divorce rock down, Damon." Damn.
Hey, I like
this
him.
Is not that type of party. Would you let me handle this shit right now?
Like the relief I felt when I realized Lenore was still alive.
Wait a minute, go, Aaron. What'd you say?
No, the relief I felt when I realized Lenore was still alive, because I knew what happened at the time. He's like, do it somewhere public. I'm like, oh Lord, they gonna kill us. Not the black boy, not
the black cloak. He had that cloak on. It was going down.
The Rock, he ain't even know shit. The Rock
was coming. The Rock was in the building.
We getting married. She got it. Somebody got it down.
I love the fact that he hopped in the boat. Was like, come on, bitch, we out.
Exactly.
Damn that. Bald headed.
He think about his mama, his daddy, or nothing. He just
that's why, because his boyfriend saw this coming at him, talking about, hey, you know, you ain't got no name.
That's why this what makes this conversation so special, because when they talk about particular tastes and they compare it to food, and they kind of use
duck and goose.
Yep.
You know, instead of dick and cooch, duck and goose. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm gonna go get all the.
Thank you, Johnita, for the illuminating us to exactly what duck and goose was.
He said some people prefer duck. Me too, bitch. Sorry. Duck gang.
We're going to pivot again. How crazy is this motherfucker?
Shit. Scary looking. So that's Aemond in that picture.
Is it?
That's
Yeah,
Amen.
that's what I'm talking about.
Oh no, that's Aegon. Excuse me. That's
I was gonna
Aegon.
say he was beating off in
He's
windows.
a scary looking child.
It is the ungrateful little son of a bitch too.
He looked like Jigsaw with white hair.
Listen, don't talk about him being ungrateful. He didn't ask to be here.
He didn't want to be king.
He didn't.
That's
didn't need
the
to be here.
ungrateful part.
That's
Glad
what's
you're
crazy.
here.
Like he ain't fit to be king. He didn't want to be king. They forced him to be king, and now they all gonna get lit up by dragons.
And the Sears don't even like them kids.
Don't no.
Yo, your daddy ain't
That
even
was my
fucking
favorite.
king.
The Sarah said, "I got sons. I can die now. I'm sick of being Skeletor."
Yeah.
He ain't like them kids.
He's like, I want my daughter. on the
FT
throne.
look,
I'm just-
FTK.
Get these little
FTK.
motherfuckers out of here.
I said Rhaenyra is heir. Allison, you said amen what on your deathbed?
He said I had these kids with my second wife. My real wife is dead.
Yo,
I'm like,
Just
how-
lay
nigga,
here. I need
Nigga, how
sons.
you get a choppy
Baby
signal
mama,
when you
that's
giving away pertinent information?
not a choppy signal.
They're like you can't look. T-Mobile need to get their shit
Sir,
together.
this not even in this round of stuff that we supposed to be talking.
They got
about.
Dragon Mobile.
We
Here's what
supposed
he
to be talking
said.
about
Here's what
episodes
she
4
thought
through
she said.
7.
I mean, obviously, this show is completely off the rails now because you won't do your job. But I'm just saying, just to Gina's point, yeah, Rhaenyra is absolutely Viserys' favorite child,
Yeah.
and
Rightfully so.
that nigga be forgetting he got other kids.
I know. I was about to say that.
Yeah, he meant his grandchildren. Like, oh, I have grandchildren now. This is awesome. Like, you got three.
If only I had sons. What do you do?
His other grandkids like, bitch. Nigga, I've
Helena
been
kids in the
here.
corner like, fuck granddad.
Waiting on Murray.
Exactly. Fuck
While he
dad.
was at that
granddad.
dinner table, everybody fighting. He was like, I'll be so glad when I'm out this motherfucker.
Look, I got 37 minutes left. Come on.
Give me some milk of the poppy and
You know when a nigga got to take some heroin, that's when you got
He was ready to go. He was ready to do the.
That man was stressed. He was.
Yo.
All he was missing was Al Green on Soul Train. It was dead presidents all over again.
So
he looked at Allison and said, Emma, I'm going to bed.
Good night.
I love how Allison gave him the look like I ain't gonna be too many more Emmas. I can tell you that. Right
Yeah.
I ain't fit to be two more Emmas.
She was like, bitch, she was like, did you just say that in public? Like,
And his boy was the only one that held him down. He was like, no, that is not what he said. That is not what he said. I've known him we went in kindergarten together.
Okay. Where our dragons grew up together.
He also died behind that.
Right.
The family struggles in this entire season. The Strongs damn near got completely wiped out
Except for Football.
because of one Crip Walker.
except for Footloose.
Right, except for
Footloose.
Football.
I fucking hate you, Teffy. Did you say
That's what-
Footloose?
Yeah.
His name on so many levels.
That's what I
Kevin
said.
Bacon
Footjack
will
out
not
here
be
wilding.
The Valerians absolutely win best family intro into any wedding.
Yo, say that.
Listen, and it goes with every beat.
Yes.
Like they
But-
could have walked into Who Shot Ya on 9-5 motherfuckers. It would have been bad. Like it was just dope.
I'm like,
No,
yo, I'm like,
no. I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna do a meme to different openings because I feel like World War III from Rough Riders.
Yeah.
Dun, dun.
Even down bottom. Like
Yeah,
down bottom, yes.
Bone Crusher, attention.
Exactly.
Hell
No, 'cause
yeah.
they was too informed. They were too in line, and I'm just like,
Look, they walked in step like that.
Yeah.
No, Curtis, they would have
Like,
came
that
into your
is
song.
unity.
It's a Tennessee thing. Oh my God,
Yeah.
they're on beat.
Yo, and that's what I mean. Like when niggas black people, we just have an innate ability to make it.
We got that sauce. Straight like that. We got that sauce.
that's the swag in us. It's in our
that is
DNA.
I just feel like Corliss was like, all right, Rainice.
And one and
right.
two.
And two.
Right.
We've been through this.
Right.
I didn't bring you into this
He out-
family.
He outside the
Okay.
double doors, like, all right, bitch, 1 and 2. And 3,
Right.
You hear the drum, you walk.
Don't
right
give
drum.
Rainice too much. She looked like she had a little sprinkle of black in her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's black
Well,
like
you know what?
water.
Good potato
After being
salad.
married so
Wait,
long,
whoa,
she
whoa,
probably
whoa,
learned
whoa,
some
whoa.
things.
I'm sorry. Oh, whoa.
What happened?
I'm sorry.
Listen,
You want to repeat that to me on my fucking show?
a black man married this woman. She probably makes good potato salad.
That's, you know that potato salad got grapes in it.
Anyway,
First of all,
We do
she's
not do that
pampered.
shit.
She's not even allowed to cook no more.
Exactly.
Her potato salad got eggshell in it, nigga.
Okay, her potato salad got
Colorado
pecans in it.
all that good stuff.
Her potato salad got apples in it.
That hard.
It's probably made out of turnip. She don't know what a potato look like.
Exactly. She had rutabaga salad. Say
she
that.
brought the broccoli Rob. Get the
Exactly. Not to mean kale. You didn't steam it. I was supposed to. I put some goat cheese in it.
Raw.
No, you know, Porter's got her. You know, Porter's got her in line. He was just like,
Her potato salad got goat cheese in it. Exactly.
So
Step.
get us back on
Slide,
Hey, Turner, you
step.
messed this up. I kill you.
That's
Try
why
to get
Damon
back
was
on
so
track.
mad.
Not step, slide, step,
Okay.
step, slide.
You know, she was
step.
counting in
This-
her head. 1 and 2, don't embarrass my kids. And 3,
Right.
4, he's gonna kick my ass. And 5 and 6.
All right,
She had
y'all.
a
So
pressure party.
just to get things back on track. Teffy, your mic's muted.
Yeah, because you muted me, asshole.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
That
There we
was so
go.
seamless.
There
And I chew. Oh, no.
and it just returned.
Right. And Teffy hit the and
Bastards!
Teffy hit the draw 4.
When you play the Game of Thrones, you win. You die.
I'm gonna keep you out there.
I'm
This how
tired.
Put her in there.
I'm
They
tired
all
of
Teffy
you.
pulled her in there. She crashed the party. She pulled it up.
Look,
Go ahead, Teffy.
just like a nigga to try and take a woman's place.
Oh,
Damn.
That was coming. You knew that was coming.
Did she pull the misogyny card?
Not today.
She said, just like a male.
Listen,
I
also,
put my- I
just
put my misogyny card face up in defense mode.
Exactly. Draw 4.
Blue eyes, white
Back to
dragon.
me. Right. You're back to me.
listen, I
Reverse.
shake my titties and then my turn.
stop objectifying yourself.
I support it. Woo! Sorry.
Right, I shake my titties. No.
Teff, the last time I was with y'all, I got an eye full the last time, so don't worry about it.
Oh no.
It's the way she sips that. Like, I know everybody's dead.
All right, so Teffy, get us back on track. What were you about to ask?
Well, we pretty much talked about episodes 4 through 7. Who do you hate more, Kristen Cole or Amond?
It's Krispy Kreme all day.
Yes.
Kristen.
It is crispy. It is Rice Krispie all day.
Not Rice Krispie. He a cocoa.
Somebody with
he a
snap
little
crackle and
brown.
pop is a dumbass.
He from
Amon.
Florida. He a little brown. He got to be a cocoa crispy.
Amon, every time I see Amon,
The things I do for love.
should have killed him when he was a little kid. Should have took that little
As soon as
bastard
he
out.
took the big dragon, he should have got stomped out.
I got a little bit of respect for Eamon, just a little bit.
Why?
First of all, he got the drip, okay? That eye patch.
He said, "I got a sapphire."
That's
under this
sapphire.
dress. I'm
That's
trying not to hurt
sapphire.
y'all feelings."
I'm just
Sapphire was
saying.
hot. It was a nice little touch.
He said, "Listen, I got about 5 carrots under this bitch. I don't want
Ah,
it.
he's
Keep
like
dripping." What?
energy and shit. But
He went to Jared.
also, he had the balls as a child to go after that dragon, one of the largest and oldest dragons. Like,
We've seen how she
you
eats.
gotta
too.
respect that.
That could have been bad.
It could have been bad.
He also
bad. We see how
realized
she
he can't
eat
control
children.
that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And he still don't know
Yeah,
what to do with her.
You heard it in his voice. He
You
was
gotta
like,
have a modicum of respect.
no. I
Your
know.
mom- My mom's gonna kill
I
me.
lost my eye, but I gained the dragon.
That's what he said, but he didn't gain it. She just allowed it because she's still doing what the fuck she want to do.
She's
She's
like,
like,
I still
oh, this
run it.
motherfucker letting me out.
You
I'll go
gotta
with
remember,
you.
both their dragons did what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
True, and that's what it was. I
And
said
Big
she
R was just
probably-
reacting.
I feel like she let him take her because she knew her owner died, and she was like, "Stay in the dragon pit, let this little kid ride. Stay in the dragon pit, let this little kid ride."
He was like,
Sure,
"All right,
little
you
nigga,
got
hop
balls, little boy. I'll let you ride me."
That's what I said. If it means I'm not gonna be grounded the whole time, why not? Sure, get up here, little white hair.
Vagar could have just as easily went back to the triarchy or to the free cities, because that's where Vagar was when Lena claimed her. Vagar could have just as easily just left, went back to where she was before.
You know, Otto wasn't having that. Otto was going to try and get that dragon regardless. They needed dragons on their side.
And Vagar could have just ignored Eric's when he tried to breathe a little bit of hot breath on his face. That's like a toddler.
It was like a gnat. It was like a gnat.
Vagar was like the fucking audacity.
No, Vagar hit the great white hype. He hit the great white hype when that white boy hit Damon Wayans. Motherfucker. Got something for your ass. That's how that went. Vagar ain't been burnt before. She was
like,
well, nah, because Vagar is the only out of the ones we have seen so far. Vagar is the only battle-tested dragon,
right?
That we know of. So we have Vermithor coming up next season. Was also seen battle in a couple of the other older dragons that we have yet to see. But Vagar was, like you said, it was like somebody's child stepping to you and being like, "Well, nigga, did you smell yourself?" Like how the old people used to say.
But if it wasn't for the storm, I think Eric's really could have gotten away because it can maneuver into places that Vagar couldn't get to.
Yep.
I'm gonna just say brunettes can't zigzag because Rickon couldn't zigzag to save
his
life.
I know.
And, this baby,
you sure as hell couldn't. I forgot about his ass
because he couldn't serpentine to save his life. Once you saw that big ass dragon shadow under you, you turn and go home. Think it through.
Well, that's what I said.
Nah, the dragon was above him.
They have a shadow of it under him. Eric's was in.
The dragon is above him.
Oh, I thought it was under him, under the clouds.
No. When he pulled up on the castle and saw that nigga in the corner, like let me tell you something. This is why black people are different. We just have an innate ability to get the fuck out of there. Cops pull up behind you. They don't have to put the lights on. We automatically going to take the exit or turn on another block. Why? Because we don't even want to find out what you want. We will literally go 20 minutes in the wrong direction.
Just to make sure.
To the stop sign, make another turn, make another zig turn. Whatever we got, that's the cops.
Exactly.
If I ever pulled up on a fucking dragon
and ain't bring him no snacks. You ain't bring this dragon a horse, a cow, nothing.
On a dragon, my guy?
This dragon is bigger than the castle they were at. It's time to
I'll do you one better. When Jay said, "Oh, we can go," we.
Nigga, not French.
My mama said you gotta bend at the knee. No. That's not what I'm doing. I'm gonna just drop this note off. It was the same thing when
Damon said, "And we have melees."
I don't want to be there.
We have who? When Damon said, "And we have melees," we have who?
That was funny.
My dragon baby. What? No, we don't.
They can get there faster than the Ravens. Fuck it. They can wait on the note.
We can't read anyway, y'all. Just send some money.
Wait a minute, hold on, y'all. So y'all don't talk over each other. Just give yourselves some space in between. It is one of those situations where ultimately that little boy. I think one Twitter user said, "Why in the hell would you put your child in that kind of danger when the block is hot?"
That was a no child behind situation.
I can tell you why.
Well, go ahead, Average Joe.
Rhaenyra did it when she was the same age.
Yeah, that's Rhaenyra.
Hopped on a
they was raised with privilege that she wasn't.
That kid ain't no target.
Rhaenyra wasn't strong.
She wasn't strong.
He wasn't strong.
But she didn't know was that.
Strongs ain't got no dragon driver's license.
No.
This was like
they stay on the ground.
This was like walk there. He'd been down the street to get some sugar. She thought it was going to be sweet. She was like, "You're going to go see them. They're going to be really nice to you. You might get a meal."
But
your uncle might be there.
He should have known that the Baratheon was a wild card. Like, okay, you had the allegiance from the father, but you don't know him. You don't know the son like that.
But that's
and they
the
said that.
reason
He
why,
said it. He was like,
"Good luck, nigga."
Wait a minute, hold on, y'all. Don't
They
so you
say
don't
you.
overtalk each other. Go ahead, Teffy.
No, I'm saying, but she says that though, and to Addison's point, literally, Storm's End is like a day's journey, like by ship to Dragonstone. It's literally like he says, like going just across town, basically, for the dragon. So it's not that far, and in theory, it should have been safe.
She underestimated the greens. She underestimated them, and I don't know why.
But Otto's been crazy.
No, it's not necessarily that she underestimated them. The greens didn't attack Lucerys. Vhagar attacked Lucerys.
No. Vhagar may have reacted, but Aemon absolutely, through his bullying, egged that on.
Initiated it.
He definitely wanted his eye back and chased him down.
So there's a piece missing that they didn't put in the show. When he was there, with the potential wives, one of the daughters said, like, "Hey, did you just lose an eye or did you lose your balls too?" Yeah. That is why he went after Luke, right? Because of what she said to him. So he initiated the whole thing because he got to prove to this bitch, I got balls. Like,
well, that's his betrothed, so now he can't. Like,
exactly.
He said, "Mama ain't raised no bitch."
Right.
And I don't know why they left that out. They should have included it.
He did raise bitches. He just pretended he ain't.
Yeah. He was a pseudo bitch. Sorry.
He was something.
He was edible.
I would say Kristen was the fuck boy
all day,
but I couldn't stand Aemon's ass. I want Daemon to put hands on him. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah,
he tried to face him down. I'm like, Aemon, you don't want that smoke.
Yeah,
you don't want. That's the originator. You don't want that smoke.
When he called them the strong kids, and Daemon looked at him like, "Look at little me trying to play like I won't murk his ass." Oh,
right.
He thought he ate that,
and he stared him bad. I'm like, you ain't been here before, have you?
Daemon was like, "Nigga, I will take your other eye."
Where's my murder rock? Where's my cloak and my murder? I don't even need it.
Where's my divorce rock?
Listen, that damn rock got more bodies than Valyrian steel at this point.
That thing's got more bodies than some dragons at this point.
And then also, like, the dragons were feeding off of the others' energy.
Right.
Like, Luke was trying to get away, and Eric's was doing his best to make sure that happened. So that's why he, like, threw the fireball. And then Vhagar, like, probably since Aemon grabbed her, could feel his hostility. Because he was a mean little kid beating up his cousins in the tunnel like that. Like, he deserved to lose an eye. I don't care.
So,
Baby Fight Club.
She felt his hostility growing up. He grew up into a hostile teen because his mom planted that idea that his cousin took his eye. You need to get payback. And it was downhill from there.
Also, the producers of the show do say that Vhagar is, because Vhagar is so big, she doesn't have a traditional, like, harness and saddle. She's got, like, a seat and a netting of ropes that, like, he tugs on to kind of, like, steer her. In the rain, the ropes become more pliable and stretchy, so he would have less control. So whereas maybe Vhagar would have listened to him, like if it was a clear day where she hadn't been soaked, here it was just like you said, like Eric's was trying to protect her rider, even though she wasn't listening. Vhagar then could not listen to Aemon and clap back.
I just want to say Game of Thrones got the hottest table of all time.
For real. I want a desk like that for real. I want
the one that they set on fire.
Listen,
yeah.
That'd be a savage ass grill.
That shit look fire to say. I like
that'd be a dope ass grill. What?
That joint run on flames or AAA batteries.
It is. Why is it always AAA batteries?
I feel like it take D batteries.
Yo,
Yeah, AAA.
no. Gee, it take them weird ass batteries.
Oh, the 9 volts.
They're not really. They're not really. No. Not even the 9 volts. The little square ones that you got to put in like the specialized flashlights. You know the shit that costs $30 a pop. And you be mad.
You can't find nowhere. You gotta go to the special
find nowhere. You be like you at
It'd be
Walmart
just
like,
our luck
oh,
that
nigga,
table
not
take
the
watch
9
batteries.
volts. You know the little Jones.
You got everybody all
Somebody
confused.
leaving the light on at your specialty table. Who left my goddamn table on?
Exactly.
I know these batteries is expensive.
You know these goddamn batteries. Turn the table off.
Exactly.
And you got to buy 40 of them to just put them all
And some
in.
of them in the old country crock container in the drawer.
And you wait for the last one to put in, and then all fall out because you ain't clasped it right.
Exactly. Screaming.
They put like that little piece that your aunt or uncle had in their house that always had like a little water fountain on it. And it was running when you plug it in. They be like, look, this is Drift Mark. It's like a little fountain.
Now cut that off. What?
Yeah,
Cut it off.
Exactly. I showed you. Now turn it off.
Don't be down here playing with that shit neither.
I like those.
You got table battery money?
Okay.
Right.
You got table
dragon
battery
table
money.
You got dragon table money.
I love how E just slides. She came in like, I got this one. I'm gonna drop hot fire.
He said, just call me Vagar.
As we get ready to wrap this thing up, because Game of Thrones has absolutely been one hell of a series. We got to see the Targaryens in a brand new light. I kind of want to, as we get ready to wrap up, we're talking about this season finale. Me and Teffy did a whole review of the season finale. Next season, whatever war crimes Rhaenyra decides to unleash upon Westeros,
It's
I
allowed.
ain't saying shit.
I'm taking the glasses.
Look, Chris, hold on. What? I didn't see anything. I have an astigmatism. I didn't see anything.
I kind of want Teffy to talk to this one because Teffy has been animate about whatever this bitch do next season.
Listen, I support women's rights. Fucking
Facts.
wrong. As look, in one afternoon, Rhaenyra loses her father, her baby, her newborn baby. She loses her pregnancy, and then she loses one of her sons. I'm sorry. I be ready to set shit on fire when I lose one of my goddamn shoes.
Pretty much.
Facts. All types of fuckery will be allowed at this point.
Listen, it's postpartum depression.
You know what?
Boom. Boom.
I think what we're on a collision course next season. How the hell is Amy going to explain what he did to Alicent?
So what had happened was
it's the Family Guy one. It's the Family Guy one. Well, you already see how Alicent parents, so that's not going to go well.
She's gonna send him to auto.
Right. You gonna smack the shit out of him.
Yeah. Probably for that shit. Like, you did what without my permission?
There like Samuel Jackson. He's gonna be like, "Yeah, I ate the boy, and I hope he burning out."
No. Yes, is he going to be repentant or is he going to double down on it?
Well, you figure you got Rhaenyra and Daemon looking at him like Daemon already like, oh, I've been waiting.
Well, the retaliation is going to be
epic.
Yeah.
I can't tell y'all the retaliation, but
you know what I
I read it too.
Let me go out here and get these damn books. Get these damn books.
I want to see if next season they can make it. They got us rooting for Rhaenyra. I want to see if they can make her do some stuff so bad that we actually go, ugh, I don't know.
Probably not.
All right.
What'd you say?
Listen, she could stomp out a baby with a dragon right now, and I'd be like, she going through something.
Right. I mean, listen,
It's WandaVision all over again.
Listen, and I'll be there too, because at the end with even though I was kind of disappointed with the way Dany's storyline turned out, Daenerys Targaryen, I still stood 10 toes down. She said she Dracarys all over King's Landing, and I was like, well, shit, nigga, sometimes you got to Dracarys with a couple of
niggas. Your best friend's last dying wish.
I want to read an excerpt from the book. They stole my crown and murdered my daughter, and they shall answer for it. Tell my half brother that I will have my throne, or I will have his head. Rhaenyra Targaryen. This is the woman who is supposed to be full of fire and agency.
As she should.
She's been labeled as the Black Queen. Now, up until this point, we've already talked about it, right? We talked about how Rhaenyra, though Targaryen, has shown a lot of humanity. So much so that her aunt even said she's more fit to lead because of the restraint she showed.
Yeah.
And not wanting to plunge the realm into war for personal gain. Is there truly redemption for Rhaenyra before? Because essentially they destroy everything. I mean, that's the reason why Game of Thrones happened. I mean, we already know the Targaryens all but wipe themselves out. Even Rhaenyra says, you know, when dragons go to war, everything's laid to ash, and I don't want to rule over rubble and ash. So for season 2, how far do you think she will continue to be pushed? What is your prediction for those who've read the book? I don't mind, but do you have a big prediction as to what we'll see in season 2 to see the Mad Queen really fuck shit up? Go ahead, Average Joe. I see you chomping at the bit.
I think we're gonna get a scene that's gonna be the greatest ever. We're gonna get a scene where Damon's gonna be like, "Hey, Rhaenyra, maybe you should chill a little bit," and she's gonna be like, "No."
Yeah. You know, when Damon becomes the voice of reason.
Yeah, right. Like that.
What about anybody else? Any other major predictions that you? Because for me, I think the bloodshed that will be, because remember, they've already strategically placed it where they're going to cut King's Landing off from their supply lines. And we saw the same thing done in the original series where they starve out King's Landing. And her exact words was, strategically, we'll cut the food and water off, and then we'll surround the city with dragons. That means innocent people fitting to be at the barbecue, and not in a good way.
Who wants smoke with us?
Well, now, see, originally she was going to do that and just starve them out until they listen. She wasn't going to kill people. But now she's lighting fire to
everyone.
Not to mention them same, in my opinion, them same innocent people are looking at her what is it, her brother? Yeah, her brother, half brother, as the new king. They were like, no, y'all motherfuckers turned back on me anyway. So fuck y'all.
You wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
You wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
Right. Fuck y'all. You know,
shoot program, nigga. 24-hour lockdown.
What did Damon say to him? He said, listen, y'all gonna turn your backs on her, you will die screaming.
Yeah. Whether it's by my hand, preferably, or her.
You're gonna take Damon off the leash.
Yeah.
That's nice. Damon off the leash, and he's gonna hit the green.
He might take it too far, but he might take it where it need to be.
He needs to strike fear in the green, and I think he's the person to do it. Black.
I think. Go ahead.
You know, Allison has a favorite child as well, and it ain't neither one of them boys.
Yeah, it's her, the one son we haven't seen yet. Darren, I believe is his name. He lives in.
I got a cousin.
He lives in a high tower. Yeah,
and she has an affinity for her daughter as well.
I will say this:
don't act like it though.
The Valerians know how to come to a party in all forms.
Yes,
and I can appreciate.
They are the lifesavers. They are the black saviors every time.
If it ain't coming in with swag, it's coming in. I'm like, I could light this whole motherfucker up.
Can I give y'all like one
you think about that?
Yeah, go ahead.
So if they follow the book, Crispy becomes the hand. And Crispy and Aegon together, that ain't nothing good.
No.
Oh,
because you know, Crispy's so mad about the Targussy.
Sir,
he's a bitter ass nigga. He's so bitter, bro. He's so bitter.
You are so.
Cat got him going crazy.
Let me give out this PSA to all women.
What did we do?
If you know if you know you got the kind of Targussy that make your uncles go crazy.
No, not the banjo.
Just
If you got-
imagine what you're doing to just random.
I'm just saying, what do mere mortal men have to hold them against such?
No chance.
Sadly,
Not at all.
sadly,
Be like, watch this.
and you know we've seen this. We've seen it in real history.
Facts. Cleopatra.
Yeah, Mark Antony. Yeah.
Say that.
Helen of
Troy.
Sure, yeah.
And it's not a woman's fault. It's absolutely not a woman's fault. But what I think Sir Kristen Cole is a perfect representation of fuck nigga shit. And here's why.
You took the words right out my mouth.
No, and here's why. You willfully engaged in a sexual act, blamed her for not wanting to be with you in a one-room shack in Kensington. You was mad that she had aspirations for herself outside of you, but then disappointed in yourself because you went against your own oath. It made you an ain't shit nigga. Then you internalized it and turned against her.
And then got mad and strong about it on top of that.
He thought she was going to be stigmatized, and she was like,
and Strong wasn't like that. Strong was just like,
I'm gonna go get
I
this
know my place.
throne.
Right. But what's up with that brunette dude over there? What's going on with
Yeah,
him?
that Strong boy, he don't wear all that goddamn art. It don't take half an hour to get the dick up out of him.
Already. What? Nothing.
Sir Kristen Cole, literally, you would have done better just That's what you do.
I forgot about that.
This is what you do when you get good pussy and you lose it. You understand me? That's what you do. You don't turn against her. You go head on and off your. That's
don't
you
jump.
You jump and you die. Off your fucking self like normal mentally ill people.
Nice girl.
He didn't say go on another date and trying to find something else.
Right,
He said
exactly.
jump. You jump and you like it.
That's Targussy. It's just like
You can't dive into Targussy no more. So jump.
Now, mind you, I'm
the
not
sentiments
telling you.
of the host do not necessarily reflect mine.
No. Y'all got look. No. Dead ass. The math is simple.
When you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die.
You either win or you die. And I just want to say, PSA. No, I'm not telling you to off yourself because Targussy comes once in a millennia.
Damn, Tartitus. Sorry.
I
was definitely trying to lure us on.
As I said, I was like,
right now.
Tartidian. I'm sorry. I got distracted.
Tartidian. Hey, that's another. Hey, this has been this episode where it's been so many words put together and phrases made. Where's the t-shirts, Kurt? Where's the t-shirts?
They coming.
Tartidian, yeah.
He's gonna be designing all night.
Tartidian.
I do want some. I want some Targussy panties. Yeah.
Yeah, I need some Targussy boy shorts. I need some Targussy boy shorts.
Carolyn said it could be a curse at times. Lord and Jesus. Look, y'all. Again, I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody jumping out the window and then saying Kurt made me do it.
How they gonna say it after they jump?
Exactly.
Right. They're gonna say it on the way down, Siren.
Damn
you,
motherfucker.
I just want y'all to be better for you to do that than to become the bitch ass nigga that Kristen Cole has become. That's all.
He held that shit.
We don't need no more bands running around this earth. I'm sorry.
He
the
don't have
earth
no
is full of bands.
Crispy Cole need friends because they'd have been like, nigga, you trying to off yourself over. You told her to go live in a shack when she's up for queenhood. Nigga, go sit down. Go sit down.
The only upside to him internalizing it is no matter how much fuck shit he did, the queen just let him do it. No punishment whatsoever.
She's like, more mad at Rhaenyra than she was at
Allison has
nobody bets an eyelash. Like, nigga.
I mean, Allison literally went at the queen elect. I guess I don't know how to say it in the right royal terms, but she came at her with a knife, and And it really, they let them hash that out. Did y'all notice when she came at her with a knife, nobody really moved because nobody was like, I don't want to get involved in this royal shit. Except
Damon
for Sir
slid out on Christian.
Right.
Like,
And Sir Kristen Cole tried to pop fly, and Damon had to remind him, like, hey, bitch,
step the fuck off.
Where you
Watch
are.
out, little bitch. That's what he did.
That's when Damon won me over. I was like, now that's some shit I would do. I'd be like, hey.
Right in front of him. It's like,
it would behoove you to stop.
Stop.
Yeah, behoove you.
It would behoove you to chill out.
That is the word for the evening.
As we get ready to cut out of here, I just want to ask everybody, favorite scene of the entire season. Teffy, what's your favorite scene?
My favorites. Ooh.
I know.
Bastards.
That's a good scene.
No, but like not just that part. That whole like exchange.
Yes.
Like where they come in and Vaymond is laying out his fucking like his whole shit. When Viserys comes in and way up to the fucking throne, Daemon putting the crown back on his head when it falls off. Viserys.
The dope part about that scene, that was not in the scene. That was it just
that wasn't there. He ad-libbed that.
Also, wait, real fast. Can we talk about all the cute parts of Daemon that we don't get to see that they cut them out? Like the part where
the beach scene.
Yo, the beach scene, the scene after Lena dies where he comforts his two daughters. Like, he cries for them. He grieves for them. Like the thing with the baby, he grieves when Rhaenyra
Viserys dies.
When he grieves when Viserys dies. He grieves when they lose Visenya. When he dies, he grieves. He goes to her. He holds her. Like
they vilify him.
Exactly. When Arax washes up on the shore with Lucerys's cape, he cries on the beach. His character is so wild and has so much more depth to him. Even though Matt Smith is doing a phenomenal job, I just wish they would stop. I need an extended version of this season.
Yeah, because he's so multifaceted. He's very multifaceted.
He's British.
Aaron, how about you? Favorite scene this season?
So would be like all the men taking the knee to Rhaenyra in the first episode.
I like
because
that.
like one, her outfit in that scene is immaculate, and I saw a close up and it has like all the major houses. I thought that was beautiful.
I fucks with that.
Men taking the knee to her, like acknowledging her as they are. And then probably like again Viserys walking to the throne, like that long stretch, him like actually showing up. Yeah.
All right, this sounds good to me. Come on, Chris. Favorite scene?
Oh, man, there's so many to pick from, but I'm glad Aaron said it. That's one scene when they take the knee to Rhaenyra, and then when Daemon gives her the crown, and it comes around again, it was just like, yeah, you have a back, like, because it shows like he's a ride or die for her, and vice versa. Like he's there, like they're two sides of the same coin. And if she unleashes his ass, it's over. And then the scene where he's on the beach and I'm like, it was giving me Battle of the Bastards all over again. I'm like, this motherfucker is raw. And Rhaenyra crashing the party at the coronation.
Rhaenyra.
Yeah, Rhaenyra's, yeah. When she crashes that party. Rhaenys, yeah, when she crashes the party.
Chris said, fuck that, I'm gonna give you 47 scenes. God damn it.
All of them.
Because just when you get it, you're just like, motherfucker. But yeah.
Crashed that part. She killed like 500 people.
Yeah, they right. They weren't supposed to be there no way.
Then they had a coronation in the dragon.
Well, you shouldn't have been talking shit.
Your daughter said it's a beast beneath the boards. I wouldn't have been in no damn boards.
All right, come on, Jay.
Okay. So the one that I said because it reminded me of a Game of Thrones scene, it's the silence between Rhaenyra and Daemon. It always reminds me of Daenerys and Khal. When he killed Viserys, they didn't have to say shit to each other. It was understood. Like, he came in here, he threatened our child, he has to go. There was no talking between them. And it was the same way when this man, all he had to do was say 2 words, say it. Rhaenyra looked at him and was like, kids, cover your eyes because your stepdaddy about to go crazy. Like it was literally the assignment was understood. From that point, all they do is look at each other. When Rhaenys came in and said, your daddy dead, they looked at each other and was like, okay, so what's she about to say next? They said, oh, by the way, they usurped your throne to your brother. No words are ever exchanged. And that's the dynamic that Daenerys and Khal used to have that I miss, is that there was rarely any conversations with words, but all of us knew what they were saying every time.
Also, we never get enough of their relationship. Like
never, ever. It's always that, like I said, it's that silent language that when you know a person, you know what's about to happen next. That's why he looked at him and was like, say it, triple dog dare you. Big and then he went right back to her side, like, hey, somebody clean this off. I got Valerian on
it. Average Joe.
It's easy for me when Vaemon is running his mouth and then those doors open and Viserys is standing there. It was like the Eagles winning a football game. It was like, that's right. You better show up for your daughter. We were so hyped.
Yes.
I will sit the throne today.
That was the one because Otto got too comfortable.
Let's go. Now I'm gonna give an honorable mention to every time Daemon and Otto were like jabbing at each other because they had some pretty sick birds.
Oh, yeah. The first episode, your wife just died, didn't she? Damn.
Yeah, I know.
We just got here.
Them niggas did not like each other the whole season. I loved it. So.
All right, Siren by Night.
There's so many.
It's hard.
Definitely when Sir Eric brings her the crown and pledges his allegiance to her, and then when they do that walk into her grand room around the table, that's definitely like a full circle moment because she's finally walking in her path. I always enjoy scenes where Rhaenys and Corlys are together. I think they play off of each other very well, and they seem to have a natural chemistry, like not sexual, but you really would believe that they've lived a life together and that they respect each other. And when Viserys was at the dinner table and he pulled his mask off, and I want you to see how puny as I really am, he's talking to everyone around the table. That was a great scene. And when Alicent went after Rhaenyra. And Rhaenyra was like, and now everyone sees you as you really are.
That was dope.
Like, yeah.
That was dope. She was like, you're tired of playing that role. Now they see you.
Yeah. Alicent really looked crazy. She had the crazy eyes.
In his last episode, that whole episode was just...
The music was beautiful.
It was a masterclass in acting. Like you said, Siren, that part at the dinner, his monologue, where he lays his burdens bare for his children and grandchildren and friends to just be like, I'm not your king, I'm not your father, not your grandfather, I am this flawed individual. And then that scene, and then when he dies and he goes out, Emma, my love, like I cried.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So that nigga better win the BAFTA, the Emmy, all that shit.
All of it.
Mostly everybody has kind of danced around all my favorite scenes. Teffy, I knew Teffy and Average Joe, we all were together when Viserys opened up and came in, and we all literally jumped out of our chairs and cheered. So I'm not going to use that one. My scene is one that resonates with me to my very soul, my very core, if you will. I don't do well with people who talk shit to me. And a divorce rock is a great fucking way.
Ain't no pin there, huh, Curtis? Ain't no pin needed. We don't need a notary. I need a rock.
I don't need no lawyers, no courtrooms.
This rock is all of it.
He really looked at her. He was like, you know what, bitch?
The horse was the lawyer.
We fitting to make this real easy.
Hold on.
And I just want to end it by saying it ain't that scene. It's just the energy of Daemon. And what I appreciate the most is in the scene right before Alicent, is fighting with Rhaenyra, and you see Damon come, and it's the most subtle shit. He comes in with his hoodie on, and he just leans against the door and smirks, and he's like, "This the fuck shit that I live for."
He's just like, Rock.
Listen,
Not he went to get the divorce rock.
nigga, we all, bitch.
I'm so sick.
See, that's why me and you right here, Kurt. That's why
niggas who got married before. Listen, if you've been married before, you got a divorce rock. Goddamn
I'm
it.
deceased.
all I'm saying is I appreciate Damon's energy when even though he's quick with it, his words are sharp, his actions even sharper, but it's his subtleties. Like right before he went to fight the Crab King, they're arguing about who should go and this, that, and the third, and he kind of looks at them like, "Pussy, I'm right here. Say less. I got you." Like you could hear
the dragon. He was
the
like,
words
dragon.
through
He's
his
the king of
mannerisms.
hold my beer.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Or fuck around and find out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Both applicable.
Yes.
So Carolyn said I laugh every time
like.
she said I laugh every time I hear divorce rock.
But it's the fact that y'all physically have rocks, so now we
They
gotta
got
get y'all
rocks.
white
This is my
wigs.
this is my
We gotta
vibranium
get y'all
rock.
some white wigs now.
I keep
That's a good idea.
Y'all need white wigs and horses.
I got a cloak over here sitting on a
Listen, I got a king
help.
cloak.
The horse added the assist.
I'm just saying, yeah, the horse definitely came in clutch. But
That was the lawyer.
she said he was like, "You still talking shit?" Okay.
She said,
I mean, she went out like a G.
Yeah, she did. And
both
don't
his
get me
wives
wrong.
did. Both his wives
I
did.
do not advocate any abuse to loved ones. Unless you're talking shit. I'm just saying, if you're gonna talk shit, you just don't talk shit. Just don't.
Got to be specific. So he was being specific here.
Yeah. Like they wasn't really even married, bro. Like she said, we didn't consummate the marriage, so the shit didn't really count. So I don't know.
It was the way.
Listen, I definitely would go out talking shit. So it is what it is.
Burn me up or let me talk my shit. What's it gonna be?
Like Damon,
dragon or let me.
Damon, the only nigga I know that could give homosexual energy. Like he killed her and was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I live there.
Then I'm coming
now.
to get my shit.
That's I own all that."
My
cousin was like,
No, well, he was like, "So I'll be there around 8 a.m." Right.
Have my shit
I'm
ready.
going to speak to the manager. I got my papers and everything. They know the rest.
And my final favorite scene, and then I'm done. That little boy murdering the shit out of that nigga, talking hot cash money while he was trying to get some pussy. He was like, you know what? Fuck it. If I'm not gonna get no ass, somebody got to die.
Grown man. He was like,
he killed a whole grown man, and that's the moment where I was like, Game of fucking Thrones.
That's what it's going to get. This is going to get good. Because they cut away from the scene and you see the big dude on the ground, and little man is like, should have been talking shit.
Game of Thrones has always been. It gave me real Arya Stark vibes. You know, Arya, she was small,
she was
but boy,
So that's my baby.
Man,
That is my all-time favorite character.
You want somebody on your team? Get you an Arya Stark.
Character development.
like the little boy disempowed that grown man, and everybody was like, "Ooh, that poor baby. He had to stab the shit out of him."
We will rock you.
Her retarded. Her need help.
Doom, 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 doom.
Get out.
Yo, next time your girls start arguing with you, just be like,
"Get the rock." No, I'm kidding.
Y'all just gonna start throwing it in your hand and catching it. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Please, Addison, start whispering in her ear. Party on a
That's what he did when he choked her.
Man, one day,
You got blood on your face.
I'm gonna whip your ass all over the place.
And, you know, I'm just saying. You know, I'm just saying. It's a little
on.
hot in here. You know,
Is that the new Ike Turner? Like,
Yes.
hold the rock up.
Listen,
Yeah.
just Siren instead of
Listen, ask Teffy what I say to you.
Hold
on, Teffy, what I say to you every time you try to quit the show.
Oh, it said, bitch, if you leave, I kill you.
That is the Ike Turner. You die, I'll kill you.
I'm like,
You die, I'll kill you.
No, Johnny,
Did you hear me?
you laugh. He sent that to me while I was in the hospital for emergency surgery.
You're damn right.
double down. Double down.
If you die, I'll kill you.
You ain't said nothing but a word. She was in the hospital, literally dying. I called. I said, "Bitch, you die, I'll fucking kill you." This ain't the way you take a vacation, anime. This ain't the way you take a vacation.
I can't be mad at that. My mother was under anesthesia, woke up talking about, I can go back to work, put her back under before I do something. So, come back with some Tim.
Teffy told her mama on me and everything. I was like, yes, I said it. Y'all niggas think I care?
And Teffy started singing something on my mind.
Teffy came running out with a wig on and everything.
I'm sorry, Kurt. She hit me in the face with a platform shoe and shit.
They was in the background, buddy, treat you like this. Now I gotta watch what love got to do with
Wait
it.
a minute.
That's my favorite movie.
Sassy came in and was like, Teffy, are you all right?
Curtis gonna beat me. Curtis said he gonna.
Nah, I'm joking. I only beat Teffy on Tuesdays.
I feel like Teffy got a rock waiting too, because I feel like y'all get into it.
It's only funny.
I get a feeling she do. I just got a feeling she do.
Hitting in a hot pot of grits.
It's only
no, it's
funny
in a
because
sock siren. It's
if
in a
you know
sock.
Teffy,
you
know I'm joking. Yeah, if you know anything about Teffy, you know I'm joking.
If Wake Up and Choose Violence was a person, it'd be all three of us Aquarius on here.
You already know.
Teffy was
Ladies got the Damon energy.
Teffy was born with divorce rocks.
Aquarius energy. He got big Aquarius energy. I show my emotions when I get ready.
All right, the show done turned to spousal abuse.
Listen, he said one of his love languages was touch, so I swung on him.
Literally.
And then they swear you're not a good listener. See, it's not giving. It's not giving.
Listen,
all this domestic violence.
Teffy divorce rock got mermaid scales on.
I had a vibranium rock. That's all I was doing.
I'm just looking for rocks.
This is vibranium rock. It's a vibranium rock.
Listen, most of us collect crystals. We got rocks too.
Here we go to fucking crystals. All right, as we get ready to wrap up,
this obsidian will be obscene. Yeah.
As we get ready to get out of here, everybody give a shout out and let everybody know where they can follow all our wonderful panel. Let's start off with Average Joe. Say goodbye and give a shout out. Let everybody know where they can support you.
Hey, I don't do much, but I'm on Twitter for as long as it's still free to use before Elon Musk take that joint over. That's Hadley Jr. And I'm on Facebook and I'm on here sometimes.
Just a caveat to that. Elon Musk absolutely bought Twitter. Then for Halloween, took his billionaire friends to Count Dracula's castle. No, dead ass. And look at what he wore to the castle. For his Halloween getup, he wore the armor of Satan.
Like a WPS.
Armor of Satan.
I see. He wore the armor of Satan. Yes. He wore the red armor with the ram's head. All I'm saying is, I don't know what's going to happen in 2023, but these niggas is playing real Game of Thrones in these streets. And
Doja Cat's birthday party, she had an eyes wide shut party. The masks and everything, masks, capes, the whole nine.
Don't be surprised if these niggas summon the real dragon and they just waiting in Transylvania. At this point,
Megan Fox is the one.
No. I said this today to somebody. I said I was born in 1982. I've survived Y2K, 2 world wars, 3 housing bubbles, 4 riots, a fucking pandemic. Bring on the goddamn aliens and or dragons at this point. Chris Fury.
At this point, there better be a damn Wakanda because I need to get there ASAP. Yeah. Chris Fury, the cousin up north, man on the wall. You can catch me at Blurred's Eye View. Just go to IG, Blurred's Eye View, and it'll show you a link tree in the bio. You can catch us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, iHeart, Spotify, all the places you listen to your podcast. We'll be back for season 9, November 15th, just in time to talk about. Oh yeah, just in time for talk about Wakanda Forever. Beautiful. Stay tuned.
I love it. Siren by Night, give them a love.
Hey y'all, hey, you can follow me on IG and Facebook at Siren by Night. Oh, Don't forget my TikTok too. And also a Unicorn Straight No Chaser will be back with their new season very, very soon. You can find us on any Head Nerds in Charge platform, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. So y'all make sure y'all follow that because we talk about sex, a lot of sex, and that's what y'all come to hear anyway.
Wow. You bunch of nasties.
Filthy McNasties.
That's what they like. Choking the frog. All right. Y'all need to.
I called Teffy after that episode. It was like, so she got choked.
Y'all motherfuckers didn't know whether to be mad or wet. Go ahead.
No, I knew what I wanted to be. So at Nina Renee, NEENA_Renee on IG. Caramel with a K. Don't ask for more affiliations. Is why I spell with a K. At Caramel Kisses 21 on TikTok. That is really all I'm on. My Twitter is because I like to watch stuff and not tweet. All right, thank you.
Queen E,
anywhere to follow me at all.
Queen E, go ahead, talk to him.
I am Queen E Cosplay, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So yeah, follow me. I'm trying to build up Facebook a little bit more before the end of the year, and going to a con this weekend. Got 2 new cosplays.
Gang. Teffy Wonder, as always.
Y'all already know what it is. Make sure you're following me at Teffy Wonder on. I'm most active on my Instagram, TikTok, and getting back onto my Twitter. I swear. So follow me there, and I'm Teffy Wonder, the Mocha Mermaid, over on my Facebook fan page.
There's not much else to say about such an amazing series that House of Dragon has become. They are still in talks to have Snow, another continuation of the Game of Thrones series, where we follow Jon Snow, the other Aegon or Aemond or what's the name? All the same. All these niggas got the same name.
Aegon.
Aegon.
Yeah.
87
Jon
Aegon.
Snow is Aegon.
It makes no sense, but also confirmed.
We just call him the bastard.
Yeah. Also confirmed. There's going to be a Sea Snake prequel, so we're going to get to see more of Corlys Velaryon, and any series where that black man gets to be featured, I'm all the way in for.
He's a man.
Blonde dreads everywhere.
So, Game of Thrones and Targussy ain't going nowhere no time soon. We will be taking a hiatus after this. There will no longer be any future shows until this series continue. Targussy was born out of House of the Dragon, but I feel like every time something Game of Thrones happened, there's some Targussy involved. So let's just keep the fucking name and keep it rocking.
Or Targaryen for Jon Snow.
Yo, say what did we come up with for Targaryen Dick? Targaryen?
Targaryen.
Yeah.
Targaryen.
What we say, Teffy? Was it
Targaryen?
Targaryen. It doesn't roll off the tongue like Targussy, but what does, baby? What does?
Not the R&B voice.
Listen, roll your R's, nigga. She'll love you for it. All right, y'all. You already know it's your boy KingCurtlive, as always, holding it down. Absolutely have enjoyed doing this with my Capitan Teffy and just doing offshoot stuff like this that we don't expect to be, popular or enjoyable, but y'all make it enjoyable because y'all come and y'all talk shit with us. Head Nerds in Charge will be live tomorrow, late, but still on tomorrow, and join us for our regularly tuned in programming where we're going to be talking about Thanksgiving and the nigga movies that fuck it up.
Wow.
You already know.
Yo,
stop that.
The nigga movie.
Here's a list.
Because every single goddamn year they put on soul food and niggas and not nobody got one vegan nothing. Ain't one vegetable on that entire damn table. And wonder why Big Mama Foot was in a jar by the end of the damn movie.
We
don't even try to diet no more. Diabetes and the sugars and hyper
and the gout. Don't forget the gout. Don't forget the gout. Don't forget the gout now.
Yeah.
Because Uncle Leroy got the gout, not gout.
Yeah.
But
whole family got peanut allergies, but y'all motherfuckers need.
But everything fried in peanut.
You don't even care. How about some pass me the EpiPen? Put it next to the fork.
I need that before.
I'm allergic to peanuts, but I'm going to Five Guys.
Yeah. Just hand me my medicine, boy. I'm gonna take it before I eat this because I know my gout going to flare up. All right, we out of here. See y'all for the next Targussie moment in Game of Thrones. Whenever that shit come back, God help us for the next 2 years.
And y'all go sign up for tickets. HNIC Con.
Woo!
Oh yeah.
And everything.
HNIC Con is back, bitches, and just go to our Instagram, HNIC Convention, for all information on HNIC Con and how to get your tickets when they go on sale November 5th. We out. Oh, I guess we're not out. All right, now we out. Nope, still not out. Okay, now we out. There we go. Good goddamn fool.